How's it going? Internet land, friends. Hope the weekend is treating you just A-okay. How's it going, Taylor? How's it going, Fresno? How's it going, Raven? How's it going, Donta? How's it going, Beepner? How's it going, Grimzo? How's it going, TenguGemini? How's it going, Poncho Smith? Look at all the friends. Look at that guy. It's Steph Curry's best friend. Or wait, no, is that Raccoon? Is that Raccoon? Did Raccoon join the chat tonight? How's it going, everybody? It's Jessica. How's everybody? Wow, look at all this. So many people already. What are you doing? It's like you're here and there's something special going on, but it's just me. It's just me. It's just little old me. Nothing that. Hope you're all doing well. Hope the weekend's treated you well. Hey, say hi to that fine, cool person in the background there. That's my good friend Maribel. She's a cow VTuber. She's the best one. She's adorable. And she's funny. So go give her a follow. She's awesome. Your favorite rap duo is Eric B and Raccoon. Me, you, and D-Mac are probably the only three that are going to get that fine joke. But know this. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, we're here on a Sunday. The last week was kind of a big turd from a butt. Kind of sucked. And then Thursday night was fun because it was like 12:45 a.m. or so. And I'm sitting here at my desk, my very nice desk, as you can see. Do you like it? Do you like my desk? I mean, I've had this desk out more than a few times, but do you like it? We've never taken a consensus on what people think of the desk. Do you like the desk? Of course you do. Of course you do. But 12:45 a.m., I'm like, I sure could use a nice drink of water. Looked over, grabbed myself a nice drink of water, some high quality H2O. Put it down, looked back, and the lower 3/4 of my monitor had just shit the bed. Just died. Like it was just a complete distorted, blurry mess. It was a disaster. And I'm sitting there like, what did I do? I literally looked away for 2 seconds and my monitor just up and died. And I don't know if many of you know this about me, but I make it a point to have a one monitor at a time kind of life at home because I don't want to live my life around a bunch of monitors all day. That's a glass 1/4 full solution. But that was my only monitor. And I was like, oh, that's kind of a problem. But we got it sorted the next day. I had to go out the next day and just buy a new one. You know, it is what it is. But I just want to say a big special thank you to a bunch of people because when I tweeted this disaster out at 12:45 in the morning, and it was just like, you're not in the mood for things to be going wrong like that, right? Like at that time of night, you're just not in the mood. And I gotta give a shout out to first of all, I've got to give a shout out to Goddammit Mike, who is a fellow podcaster. He hosts the First Clear podcast as well as the True Endgame podcast. He reached out literally within minutes and was just like, yo, I got a spare you can have if you need it, which was just very sweet. And then, I was like, let me find out what I can do tomorrow, but I'll keep that in mind. So thank you very much for reaching out and offering that. And then over the course of the night and through the next morning, a good number of people reached out, either offering to straight up buy me a monitor or were offering financial help to do so. And so for those people that reached out personally, I want to give a special shout out to Rhett, Beepner, John, Dr. Doobie, and Gremlinzrus, who all just kind of saw me there in a moment of weakness, a time of need, and were just kind of immediately on that shit without even a second question. So it's just really appreciate that. You folks are amazing. I don't deserve that kind of kindness, but awesome. Millie, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. You are right, Tengu. This is kind of a really nice community. And nights like this are why we get together and we celebrate that kind of thing. We celebrate being parts of an amazing community. June, how you doing? How you doing? And that's why we're here tonight. We're not playing any Vito games tonight. We are here to just run our mouths with one another. So you know how these things go. There's a Discord channel on our exclamation point Discord. There's a channel in there called StreamStram, and right now it has 2 out of 3 occupants, I believe. So if you want to get on the show and you want to have a yap with me for a little bit and you want to sit down and you want to talk about some stuff, that's okay, June. I appreciate you stopping by. It's always a pleasure to have you drop by, no matter whether you can make it to the voice call or not. It's always a pleasure to have you stop by and be a part of things. So, but yeah, the StreamStram channel, wide open, and I'm going to go ahead. And I believe that I'm going to go ahead and unmute myself in there. So if anybody's in there, if you're in there, if you're lurking around, if you're snooping around, if you can hear the wonderful sound of my voice flowing into the sound of your pretty little ears, give me a hello. Give me a what's up.
Hey, it's Taylor.
Hey, it's Taylor. How's it going, Taylor?
Oh, it is going pretty good so far.
Going pretty good. Having yourself a nice weekend? How things going?
Yeah, it's kind of lazy weekend hours here.
Oh yeah, I've been, that's kind of like where I've been. Like this weekend has been very much all right. We averted all of the disaster from Thursday and Friday. So Saturday and Sunday, I'm just gonna get real high and play Xenoblade Chronicles Future Connected all weekend, and that's kind of just where I've been for like the last 36 hours or so. Is just kind of on that kind of ride.
Yeah, I've been cycling through a whole bunch of different video games since I've been here.
Oh yeah. I saw that yesterday. I didn't get a chance to come to the stream because again, I was kind of up in my own world yesterday. That I saw you were playing more Vampire the Masquerade yesterday.
Yes, that went mostly well. So basically, I did that for a little bit, and I think I talked about it either on an audio podcast stream or something else like that.
Mm-hmm.
Where early on in the game, I messed up a whole bunch of side quests.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, you'd mentioned that. I don't remember if that was like what you did on the previous stream or you'd done that on your own time, but I do remember you messing up side quests.
Yeah, that was the first stream, and so then in fixing all of that, I just kept playing the game.
Yeah. Sometimes it'd be like that. Like I've played a number of games where I'll get like, and maybe this is just me, but like you'll feel like you just did not get off to a good start or something, and you play a game to the point to where you finally get it, and then you just like, okay, those first 3 hours were a mulligan. I'm gonna start the game all over and then play it again, and like get a better run at things. Like, are you the type of person that does that, or is this just kind of like a one-off thing?
Yeah, in certain video games I won't necessarily care, but in Vampire, it's kind of important to get every experience point you can.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are locking yourself out of side quests or getting side quests and finishing them, but with a less than ideal experience point reward, then yes, I will go back and shamelessly replay them. So I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to do some off-screen repair. And then I just kept playing the game.
Sometimes it'd be like that. Who else is on call with us?
Oh, I don't know. It's a mystery.
Whoever could it be?
If it's me, then my name is Raven.
How's it going, Raven? How's the weekend treating you?
The weekend has actually been very nice. This is my first time having 2 days off. I didn't have 2 days off in a row last week, so this is pleasant.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah. Yo, MTI, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. We're having a little chatty chat stream tonight with friends. How you doing?
I was a huge freaking dork and did a maypole for the first time in my life. So I've I don't know how to describe that other than I'm a huge dork and I love it.
Like a maypole. What is a maypole?
Oh gosh, like Ren Fair thing where we all take
Oh,
the ribbons and and they have to say, no, we have to go around this person and then around the other person, and we mess it up and have to get the old man in the jester cap to untangle it.
oh,
Happy May Day, everybody.
Happy May. Okay, yeah, I would say it's gonna be May, but I feel like that's like it's such an overused thing, isn't it?
I don't know. Much like Out of Touch Thursdays, it's something that I think is funny every time I see it.
Out of Touch Thursday still gets me. Yeah, I still enjoy that meme quite a bit, despite the fact that it I didn't come away from Lucky Star liking it at all. But that meme has given it a whole new life. And I love that one of the voice actresses for one of the characters ended up kind of being one of those weird COVID denier Trumpy people. And then,
oh boy,
and she tweeted at them one time like, "Hell yeah, bro, keep it going," and they were like, "Fuck you, lady." So good on them. You've seen a total of 0 Lucky Star outside the Out of Touch 30. You know what? You're not missing much. I think that there are much better slice of life anime out there that you can enjoy. I bet Raven could recommend one.
Oh, well, Azumanga Daioh, of course, has gone through a little resurgence. Still in my head. Other slice of life. Well, around the same time, someone got me into Haruhi Suzumiya, which has its own crap going on, but for me, it's just slice of life, really.
Yeah, like when you get into the novels for Haruhi Suzumiya, like there's a lot of just like normal, regular type shit going on and day-to-day stuff. For me, I think the height of slice of life anime was definitely Hidamari's Sketch.
Never heard of that one.
It's so soft and fluffy. Like the episodes go down real good. Like it is cotton candy for your brain. I think that like season 3 and onward are kind of just bleh, because they kind of brought in some new characters that I just don't like at all. But I still think the first 2 seasons of Hidamari's Sketch are just some of the most top-notch slice of life stuff you'll see.
I googled it and I'm like, oh, I know these.
Those characters. You remember. You like look up Ume Sensei. Ume Sensei is from Hidamari's Sketch, and we've used and over the years we've used Ume Sensei for a number of things on the site.
We love Ume Sensei. I remember the Ume Sensei scavenger hunt.
Good lord, man, that's like God. What year was that even? I can't remember. Like, did I even know Taylor at that point?
I maybe not.
Yeah, like I think that
we
might
met
be
in 2013.
Okay, yeah, I think we ran that in like 2008 or something, where we ran a contest on my website where I hid a bunch of Ume Senseis on my site in like images and links and little mini games that you could play, and then like whoever found the most, I gave them my copy of Final Fantasy IV DS because I hated that game. More or less that like it's less that I hated it and I got really mad that it was hard and I'm a gigantic infant, basically.
I recall people saying that the DS version, because I know my little brother played the DS version of Final Fantasy IV. Apparently, it's way harder than the SNES version.
It is like there are some really mean fights in that game. It is very. It's a very hard game, and like looking back at it now, I feel that it's honestly difficult in a lot of fair ways. Like it's just they just made it harder. Like, and it's just like, and at the time, like I hadn't really fully immersed into Shin Megami Tensei the way that I have, in more modern times. So when I played an RPG with that much resistance to it, like coming from the Final Fantasy name, it was just like, why is Final Fantasy hard? These games are baby easy. What are you doing? Yeah, I gave Fresno my copy of Persona Q because I love Etrian Odyssey, but that game, I don't know, man. It just felt boring as sin to me. Q2 is apparently really good, though, because I hear even people that dislike the first one really like Persona Q2, but I don't even think you can get that anymore.
Ugh. I'm sure you can get it. It's just how easy it's going to be.
I mean, I can fucking just emulate it because 3DS emulation is something that I probably shouldn't talk about on stream openly, but you know, here we are.
Yeah,
Who's watching this?
The Nintendo Popo are gonna bust down Polly's door, and you'll just see the plushie getting dragged away.
The plushie, like you'll just see the plushie head erupt into like a plume of cotton. That's it. It's over, folks.
One shot, one kill.
Yeah. Enjoy this smiling face while you got the chance.
Oh, that's actually making me real life creeped a little bit.
It is. Wouldn't that be like the creepiest thing to just kind of like that? Like if my model had some kind of awful horror element to it.
Oh,
I mean,
bits of flip everywhere. Oh.
But it's still
horror head.
But it still perpetually smiles.
As a massive horror head, I am here for this.
You're here for that. Yeah, like I think it would be cool too, but I feel that like there are enough VTubers that have that horror element to them, or that like penchant for violence, or a yandere type of thing, where it's just like, I don't need to go that route, and I'm not playing a character. It's just me, but I'm a plushie.
Remember the Batman the Animated Series where that Scarface, where this guy, he's a ventriloquist, but he pretends like his dummy is really the gangster?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to get one of those where, because towards the end, the guy drops the dummy, so he can't move it, but it's still talking. We're going to get that. Like, Polly's just going to be off on the side, like, oh, I'm dead.
I love it.
Not moving, but still, like, still talking.
That was the peak Batman.
Just roll me over to the couch and put some moon pies there. It'll be fine.
When we look back, the moon pies are gone.
and it just becomes child's play.
Yeah, I did a funny edit of that, of Child's Play once. I think it was like for Child's Play 2, where the dolls are in the executive's office, and there's like two of them, and they're talking, and one of them is actually Chucky, and the other one's just not one of the not alive ones. Like, it's on my Twitter, but it's like I did it way back in October of last year, so it would probably be a little hard to find. Man, so like, speaking of those animated series, like Ed got me thinking of those because we played that Spiderman the animated series game last week.
Oh yeah,
which he went back and finished. By the way, he finished that yesterday on stream, and it's a disaster. That game's oh my god.
That game's really bad.
It just looked bad.
Just like
to play.
Everybody, please, like, I'm gonna give a shout out to our boy Angry Ed too.
He deserves it.
Yeah,
I was like,
go check the VOD for that stream, because like he played through that whole thing, and I was just like, and even with save states, it seemed so insufferable.
Before I said again, it was like, oh, it was early on. They didn't really make a good Spider-Man game, but I just watched it, and it hurt to watch.
It's so awful. Like, we literally ranked all of the bad games, and like everybody submitted 2 games except Ed, and Ed still got the number 2 slot with as bad as his game was.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's only because Iffy came out swinging with the real NES crapola.
My favorite part is that almost everybody, like when they sent me their list, they were like, I'm taking it easy, I'm pulling punches, I'm not sending you the true crappy crap. Not Iffy. No, she just both barrels just done.
And I think I said on Twitter after the fact to Iffy, yeah, even if I had gone full bore and said, okay, I'm making Polly play Masters of Terras Kasai and Spawn the Eternal, I still might not have cracked the top 3.
You wouldn't win. Like, you might have competed, but like, I don't think you would have got, you would not have beat Ed and Iffy. You might have got 3. You may have.
I mean, Spawn the Eternal's biggest sin is that it's boring.
Yeah, Spawn the Eternal is just, ugh.
Star Trek Starfleet Academy would maybe have bumped me up maybe 1 notch.
Oh, God. Beepner owned Arcade's Revenge. Ugh. Oof, man. Yeah, that's a game that's weird because, like, it doesn't feel terrible to play, but, like, everything about the way that it's designed is just so, like, again, it's like the Addams Family game we played, the Pugsley's Scavenger Hunt, where it's just like, this feels good. This, like, you got a good foundation here. It's just that everything that you designed around it is absolutely ass.
Why did Addams Family games have to be so ridiculously difficult?
All of them. I think that, like, you go back and just even play Fester's Quest on NES. It's one of those really fucking difficult games. It's just like, how are you expected to beat this?
Well, hey, we can only fit so much game on the cartridge, and we're charging a shit zillion dollars for them.
Yep.
So we may as well artificially inflate the playtime by making it hard as balls.
Mm-hmm. Jessica's talking about, like, the reboot PS1 game, and I remember that she mentioned on Twitter about submitting the Beast Wars game. I own the Beast Wars game, okay?
I actually rented the Beast Wars game myself. I don't remember that being that bad.
It's an okay third-person shooter at worst, is what I think of the Beast Wars game. I think it's totally fine. Like, it's jank as hell. It is definitely, like, bottom of the barrel. It is a game that I literally paid $10 for brand new. But it's not, like, as awful as, like, I don't know. God, there are a number of really awful PlayStation 1 games anyone could have submitted that I think I would have, like, cried.
Now, so I'm thinking of a different Beast Wars game, because the Beast Wars game on PS1 I remember was a tournament fighter.
Oh, yeah, that's the one I think's bad.
I don't remember it being that bad, but, you know, I remember it, you know, I already had Tekken 3 at the time, so I was like, why the fuck would anybody ever play this shit?
Yeah. That Tekken 3 is one of those games where, you remember when I mentioned the dude that, like, came to my house with a bunch of games and was selling them all for $20? Tekken 3 was the one that I got, was another one that I got, so it was like, oh, nice. Yeah.
It was a sweet deal.
Again, that was brand new at the time. And I really don't know how my mom and dad did not figure out that this guy was just selling me stolen video games, because it was just like, dude, why are all of these new games, and a couple of them just, like, very rare for the time, you know, it's just like, okay, y'all just go with it, I guess. So what else have we got on the table? What else have we got? A system about woos, $20 for all those games. Don't be asking questions. Yeah, I wasn't asking questions.
Hey, Aspen.
Hey, Aspen, how's it going? Hope you are having a nice... And it's Mets as well. Hello.
Everyone's invited to this party.
Everybody's here tonight. What is happening? It's Sunday evening. This is never the case, I feel like.
It happens to be a day when the planets all aligned.
You can do this now. You can lurk, and you can enjoy yourself a nice, comfy lurk on the old internet sofa.
We're between the solstice and the equinox. It is a sacred day for... I shouldn't say sacred. I don't want to be disrespectful. It's a nice day.
Yeah, it's a very witchy time.
It's a sacred day in the movie Midsummer that I still need to watch.
I have not watched that one either.
Watch party.
There you go. People have asked me to do, like, watch-alongs, and it's like, well, if there's something people think would be fun to watch along with, by all means, I mean, I'm up for trying anything.
It worked for whiny teen boy mecha and movie.
There you go.
Yes, I remember that. I was in the watch party. Just because I wanted to watch it with everybody. Not that I couldn't have watched it myself.
Mets is watching the Mets, baby! Love them Mets!
Oh, the Mets.
The Mets.
See, baseball, it's funny is, you know, my locality, we now have a football and a hockey team. We do not have a baseball or a basketball team yet.
Oh, damn. And that is a place where I always just kind of figured that you would have a bunch of, you know, I figured like all the sport teams would want to go there. It feels like a very, you know, a capitalist-y kind of thing to have sports teams all up in there.
Well, let's put it this way. There were 500,000 people here yesterday for the NFL draft.
Oh my God. And that's not even a game. That's just people like being signed to teams.
That's more than we got for New Year's this year.
I mean,
And we got a shitload of people for New Year's this year.
football brings them to the house. Do you want to eat some footballs? That's how that song goes, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah,
the
something like
pigskin, they're pretty much just
There you
pork
go.
rinds.
It's pigskin. Yeah, I've had pork rinds. They're great. I haven't had any good pork rinds in a while, though. I did have some amazing soft pretzels a couple weeks ago, though. Really, really good.
I love a good soft pretzel.
I know. I hadn't had any for so long, and I was in a Discord, and I was in somebody else's Discord channel, and they mentioned it, and like my brain was just like, holy shit, we've not had a soft pretzel in fucking ages. Then I had to go get some.
Yeah, you see, now I want some. The problem is that Costco is busier than shit on a Sunday.
I think I only like my soft pretzels with cheese. Well,
Yeah.
Are you mustard kind of people?
I like
gals?
mustard. I like cheese, and I just kind of like them plain, or just salted.
Even places around here would have like soft pretzel bites, so they were great for dipping.
Yeah, those are good too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take whatever you give me. Usually, if I've got like the the store-bought ones, I'll brush them down with some butter.
Yeah.
So that the salt will stick to them.
Yeah. That's that. Like those frozen ones you can get like at Walmart. They sell them in like packs of 10 or something. Those are all right too.
Yeah. We usually, I think, when we get them, we do the Costco ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like the ones we get, like the ones that I get at Walmart are just like they had like, and this was years ago. By that, I don't even know if they still have them, but they had them like 6 in a pack, and they were just kind of stacked, and they were already cooked. You just had to throw them in the oven for like 5 minutes, and like before you put them in the oven, just like put either butter or water on them to make the salt stick.
Yeah, I should have known this is the best part of hopping on a call with Taylor for the first time. I didn't even know you could buy like a frozen pretzel to make it yourself.
Yeah, they got them. They're not hard to find. Yeah. You want some frozen soft pretzels? If you want pretzels on tap, Raven, I got news for you. This is a dream that you can live. You can go out tomorrow to your local store and be like, "Give me them frozen soft pretzels." They'll have them, and you will be living in Dreamtown.
Time to be alive.
What a time to be alive.
Moon pies and DIY soft pretzels.
There you go. What more do you need in life? Moon pies and some DIY soft pretzels. Get you some corn nuts. Get you a nice cold yoo-hoo.
You're salty and you're sweet and you're chocolatey.
There you go. Yoo-hoo's just chocolate water.
Yep.
I like telling people that I like it because I love the reactions I get. Because that's always when somebody tells me it's the same reaction as when somebody tells me they like ranch dressing. I make the same face.
To be fair, I've heard frozen hot chocolate is a thing.
Frozen hot chocolate.
Oh no.
Hold on. You said there are 3 words that you just said into my ears, and now I'm reading them on my screen as well, and it's not helping. I feel like there's this thing inside my head, and it feels like it is shriveling and about to die.
I was expecting a reaction, but this is like loud, wet fart in a crowded elevator. I'm
What the fuck is frozen hot chocolate?
It's like Yoo-hoo, pretty much.
I mean, what is hot chocolate if not just with chocolate flavored water?
I
mean, is it not?
You freeze it though.
What's the fucking point of calling it hot chocolate then? You just call it cold chocolate.
Well, that's what it used to be, because back in the day, before chocolate bars, chocolate was understood to be a drink. So you got a point.
I mean, yeah. I mean, can you imagine just downing like a cup of thick ass fucking chocolate, just raw ass chocolate, like with the viscosity
Apparently they
of
have
motor
it at
oil.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Whoa. Like, I love chocolate, and even that's just like thinking about that. It's just like,
yeah, that's What a guy Augustus Gloop in the river. You just wanted that the chocolate so thick you could.
Maybe
I could
it's
drink
like, I
motor
know,
oil and it would be less viscous.
ugh. Like, I know when they do deep fried Coca-Cola, it's like frozen balls of Coke
Yeah.
that are dipped in pancake batter.
Yeah.
Which
but,
to me still sounds foul and
it's
unreasonable.
like, I don't want to bite into anything that is like even remotely solid and taste anything that tastes like soda.
I'd give it a shot. I don't have high hopes for it, though.
No, I'll try anything once, but the very thought. A deep fried Oreo sounds fine.
Deep fried Oreos are pretty good. You can eat about 2 before you want to fucking die.
My local Japanese place, that's like one of their weird specialties is that like, oh, you have fucking deep fried Oreos? That's okay.
Do they what kind of batter is it? Tempura batter?
I think so, yeah.
I've seen the ones I've had are distinctly not tempura batter. They remind me more of the pancake batter I was talking about earlier.
Yeah. I think
they're
the
always
Japanese
served with ice cream.
Yeah, I think the Japanese place uses tempura batter though.
Yeah, you're gonna get me wanting to go to the county fair for the first time since Weird Al was playing there.
Get a funnel cake and go to get some Dippin' Dots.
Yes, the Dippin' Dots.
When Weird Al plays here, he plays at a sad locals casino.
That's great. He's got a biography movie coming out.
Oh gosh,
that's gonna be
That'll
great.
Be interesting.
That's gonna be great because like his life, you can't imagine it's like all that scandalous or juicy. So like, that'll be interesting to see what you do with that. Yeah, funnel cakes, elephant ears, wagon wheels.
Joke he made on his VH1 Behind the Music. He's like, I've never had a drug problem. I've never had an alcohol problem. I've never had a sex scandal. Why am I on this show?
Yeah. Oh, those gigantic smoked turkey. Man, God damn it. It's like 8 o'clock. I do not need to be hungry. I started with the worst 2 possible guests because all they're going to do is come on here and just make me hungry now.
Aw.
I mean, I am highly food oriented. I will say that.
Yeah, like if there's one thing I feel that you need to be excited about it in life, there are 2 things you should always be excited about and hold to a very high standard in life: the place where you sleep and food. So, yeah, give me them threads give me them sheets with the high thread counts, and give me a really, really good menu.
Yeah. It's almost Memorial Day, which means it's almost time for me to wake up at 4:30 to start a brisket soon.
Oh, dip. Yeah, baby. That's the good shit.
Oh, it's so worth it.
Hell yeah. Like that. If there is a reason to wake up at 4:30 in the morning, it's a goddamn brisket. Hell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, is there anything either of the 2 of you would like to, leave us with before we start moving on, bring some more friends in?
I have a Spider-Man related thing, but I'll let Raven go first.
Okay. Raven,
I was going to say it's mermaid. So I'm always saying, please pressure me into drawing because I never do it, even though I like doing it. Give me your people who should be mermaids. I don't know what kind of what a plushy mermaid would be like, but we'll see what we can do.
Make sure that the stitches are visible with the tail. That way it looks like it's sewed on.
Oh, like you just jumped in like some jammies that don't have footies.
Just like make sure like the stitches are visible so it just like it looks like that would be very funny.
I got you, Jessica, because mermaids don't wear pants, like you.
Just like Jessica, actually. Okay, what's the Spider-Man thing?
So, since I was talking about streaming, I was thinking about those terrible Spider-Man games you had to play.
Oh.
And I was thinking I could probably stream the much better Spider-Man games that I remember growing up with.
The PlayStation 1 game is really good. The first PS2 Spider-Man game is really good. The PS4 Spider-Man game is really good. There are good Spider-Man games, thankfully.
Oh yeah, there's plenty.
Miles Morales. That one looks awesome.
Yeah, it's so the ones I think of now, the games based on the first 2 Sam Raimi movies are good. Those are the PS2 ones. The PS4 one is really good. There's a bunch of There's a bunch of PS3 crapola
Oh,
that's not
yeah.
worth revisiting.
Absolutely.
There's
They
an
came out of
Ultimate
Touch
Spider-Man game.
Thursdays. Yeah.
Yeah, there's an Ultimate Spider-Man game on PS2 that's pretty good. But I always go back to that first PS1 game, which still actually holds up quite well.
Yeah, that game's still really freaking good.
And then it's a massively inferior sequel that almost nobody remembers actually happened. Spider-Man 2: Enter Electro.
It's not. I think that's one of those cases where they just they completely whiffed and did not get what made that first game so good at all.
Yeah, what I remember about that game is they added a whole bunch of new mechanics.
Yep.
And they just didn't work.
Yeah, nothing that it was like there was a simplicity that made that first Spider-Man PlayStation 1 game work, and the second game just tried to add way too much, and they didn't realize just how good of a formula they had, or they were pressured to add more when it was just like, y'all could just Tony Hawk this and make the same game over and over, and I think a lot of people would be okay.
I don't think anyone would have complained if it was just the first game again with a new story.
With a new story and maybe one or two little kind of things added, but that's not what they did, and it just kind of didn't end up that great.
And it's not like you burned through the entire Spider-Man's rogues gallery.
Not
you
at
only ever met the Lizard.
Yeah.
You can bring Rhino back as often as you need to because he's just the fucking Rhino.
He's just the
you didn't even
Rhino.
mention Green.
Fucking Rhino was in the game Ed played last night. Just kind of shows up as a normal enemy.
They didn't even mention the Green Goblin in the first game.
Right, and it's like one of the more kind of that's the head scratchers. Like, why wasn't he there?
Well, I think that game came out in a period of time where the Green Goblin was super dead in the comics.
Where was Maximum Carnage 2? They did Separation Anxiety, which was a sequel, and it's not very good. They went with a more pre-rendered look. The beat 'em up part of the game just did not feel very good. It was just kind of like, eh. But Maximum Carnage, I still stand by that game. I think it's an okay beat 'em up, but I also understand that it is flawed in a lot of ways that make it very unfun.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, maybe the Green Goblin wasn't in the PS1 games because they didn't want to have to figure out how to fight a flying enemy.
I mean, that's also true. They got swinging working and making it fun, okay? Let's not go crazy here. Something that they could barely get to work in 2D and make it fun. They got that to work in 3D and it worked really well. So
narrated by Stan Lee, nonetheless.
Nonetheless, exactly. Yeah. Man, that game's so good. Hey, stream that. Stream that. That's a good ass video game.
Yeah, probably more fun
idea.
to watch than Vampire the Masquerade, especially where I am now, where I keep dying. I'm in the part of the game where you can tell this game wasn't finished because a game like Deus Ex, when you get into the end game, has reasonable options for all of the various styles of play.
Mm-hmm.
Vampire the Masquerade is like, yeah, if you don't have a combat character, you're about
done.
to be fucking console commanding your way through this shit.
Yeah, it's one of those games where they did not quite Deus Ex it the way that you would have wanted them to.
But now it's time for me to exit Deus Ex it.
All
Turn
right.
it up, bring the noise.
Thanks.
The wrong bloodsuckers. Swap the vampires for spiders.
We're just that's the theme tonight.
Right.
Thank you
Been
both.
fun, y'all.
Thank you both for coming by. Appreciate it as always. We got 2 slots opening up. If you want to hop in, have yourself a chat. You know what to do. It's in there. Get in there. It's in there. Like Prego. It's in there. Is that a thing? I feel like that's a thing. I feel like Prego, it's in there, is a tagline. Maybe. Hello, how people? Who you?
Hi,
Hey, how's it going? Who are you?
I'm that blue-haired bitch what beat Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Okay, let me put that in here.
And I'm the 2 Tengus, the TenguGemini, you could say.
She's putting it in.
All right, there we go. All right.
Yeah.
So, Welcome! How's everybody doing? Welcome, Fresno. Welcome, welcome, TenguGemini. How's the weekend going? How you feeling? What's up?
Doing pretty good.
Also, next time I want to say next time we clear out, could people like if Grims could, I'd like Grims to hop in, because
yeah.
No, I'm not saying anything about anybody taking a spot or anything. It's just I really want Grims on, and I just like next time people pop out, I would like her to have a spot if she could, please.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, but yeah. How y'all doing?
Grams is very good, and I've been pretty good, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
How you been?
I've been pretty good myself. I mean, like, the week was kind of crap, but, we got through it, and we spent the weekend, just kind of hanging out, and, I spelled haired wrong. I spelled haired wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Let me get that. There we go.
There we
go. All right. Tengu, what is up, friend?
Yes.
How you doing?
Pretty good. I work tomorrow, and then I have 6 days off, so I'm gonna maybe try and get through an RPG.
Oh,
I'm off.
An RPG. An RPG.
A role-playing game.
I might play their Trails in the Sky the Third.
Oh, that's a big one, I hear. I hear folks like that one.
Yeah.
It's a good game, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I also intend on trying the Sonic the Hedgehog fighting game, fan game, Sonic Smackdown.
Oh, no, that sounds like a disaster.
It's basically like, imagine like Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but 1v1 and all Sonic characters.
I think that doesn't sound like the worst thing in the world, but I can also see it being jank in a really, maybe almost playable way.
Apparently it's really good.
Are we talking better or worse jank than Sonic the Fighters?
Ooh, God.
Way less jank. By Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I mean in terms of polish and everything.
I think we can agree one of those did not have polish.
Yeah, it's really well made.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Mecha Sonic from Sonic 3 and Knuckles can do a Spirit Bomb from Dragon Ball Z.
I mean, why not? Why not? I mean, that's already we know what these things are cribbing from. They're all coming from a very similar kind of fantasy.
A lot of
mindset.
the animations are directly taken from other games.
Oh yeah, just trace those sprites, baby. Trace them. Trace them sprites day in and day out. That's what I'm here for. That's what I do.
It's all done in 3D, so they just took the move data from other games, basically.
There you go. Just take all that shit, reskin it.
You ever want to see Knuckles do a Shin Shoryuken? Go for it.
I mean, why not? Why not?
Blaze the Cat is basically just Akuma.
That's fantastic, because Blaze the Cat is one of those characters that just always got the raw deal, I feel. Like Sonic 06's story literally writes her into existence so it can write her out of existence by the end.
Yeah.
Wild. Okay, yeah. Which Sonic character is the Chun-Li of the game?
Oh, Rouge.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, she has an air dash. She has one of Chun-Li's supers.
Oh,
she's very kick-oriented.
Excellent. New main right there.
Eggman has a lot of Sentinel in him.
Mm-hmm.
I have a friend who's especially fond of Rogue the Bat. Rouge, I don't know if it's Rogue or Rouge. I don't go with Sonic, but especially fond of that Bat character. So I get to see a lot of fan art now and again in the games.
A lot of fan art. Some of it are 18.
One of the unlockable characters is Balin from Balin Wonderworld.
Oh dear God!
Oh wow, that's oh man, which is funny because I watched a video on Yuji Naka.
I watched that too.
Yeah,
man, that guy's kind of an asshole.
He sounds like he just really sucks. Holy crap! And now he's trying to sue Square Enix now, apparently, because they booted him off of Balan Wonderland because it was going bad. And then they just kind of had to cobble together the crap that he handed them and finish it as the best of their ability. That game sounds that's good. That's good. I hope that whole story comes out because that sounds really fun.
Yeah, it would not be surprised if he was booted from the director role because he was being an asshole.
Yeah, like it just kind of sounds like given what we know now and given like the number of people like even in the game industry that have kind of backed up all of the weird allegations over the years about him just kind of being a complete asshat.
Dear.
Yeah.
So plan on playing a bunch of PS1 games because the Mr. Project has a near complete in terms of like compatibility PS1 core.
Oh, nice.
What's the Mister? Is that like
it's a
core thing?
Yeah, it's like a retro core kind of thing where you can play a bunch of old consoles, and it's like they're working a lot on the accuracy, and you know, a lot of focus is on make shit look really good, but also be, you know, as faithful to its original performance as possible.
Yeah, the idea is the cores are written basically in like machine code.
Yeah, it's like low level computing.
Oh yeah, if you took the parts of data for the cores that represent like these specific like microchips, you could theoretically have that sent off and have that chip remade.
Yeah, it's very cool. Stuff. Like in terms of, you know, video games preservation, like that stuff is very, very, very important.
Makes me kind of think of the what do they call it? The FPGAs?
Yeah,
that's what it is.
That's what it is, basically. Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's a frame of reference. Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff is coming along at such a way. I wish it was less expensive, but you know.
Yeah.
I imagine at some point, like that stuff is going to be a lot less expensive once, you know, it's a little more prolific. Once things have kind of settled in a little more. Once the adoption rate maybe is up a little more, that like getting a hold of those things. It's just not in the cards for me right now.
Apparently, the reason they chose the DE10 Nano FPGA is because it's already basically the cheapest option for that level of power.
Yeah,
because it's subsidized.
Yeah, like it's kind of hard to get cheaper than that without like finding a cheaper way to fabricate something like that, like from the ground up, and that could take years.
Yeah. Then I guess the person who's working on a Sega Saturn core just released the 32X core because it uses parts that are in the Sega Saturn. You can finally play Knuckles Chaotix and a decent port of Mortal Kombat 2. And just a lovely sounding version of Doom.
Oh man!
Taylor can play an accurate version of Spider-Man: Web of Fire on 30.
Oh shit! Yeah! Let's get that going. Everybody's ready for that. God, man.
Which version has the song? I can't remember who it was written by. I think it was like somebody from like the Police.
Oh shit! I really don't remember.
I think it might be the Sega CD version.
I think it would be the Sega CD version because the 32X, it just kind of like it really only expanded the Genesis's visual capacity to be a little more in line with the SNES version, which is why that version of Mortal Kombat 2 like looks a lot better. Because they got all the colors back that they had to sacrifice for the Genesis version, and they were also able to include the voice samples that got cut as well. But the AI in the 32X version is really bad because you can win by just jump kicking. That's all you got to do.
Exploitable Mortal Kombat 2 AI. That's actually a novelty.
Yeah, AI that you can actually beat easily in a Mortal Kombat game. Like, the only other one I can think of, like, Mortal Kombat 4's AI, even the arcade AI is very easy to exploit. Because I've once CC'd Mortal Kombat 4 in the arcade. It's not that hard. But, like, yeah. But the 32X version of Mortal Kombat 2 is super fucking easy. All right. What else we got? What else we got? Fresno, what have you been up to? What are you doing?
I've been writing things, and I should be writing them faster, but you know, be. It's funny because like I remember it's May the 1st now, and I remember 5 months ago on January the 1st I came home, and it was the beginning of 2022, and I came on here and was half drunk, and I mentioned three big things I was doing.
Yep.
And well, the first one the one I alluded to was I knew it was coming, becoming VTuber, which shockers, yeah, we can reveal that. The other one I was talking about, I'm halfway into working on season 2 of writing about the Zombieland saga, and then I can start on the third thing, which I remember you resonated with, which is watching and talking about the 90s sci-fi show Quantum Leap.
Oh yeah, Quantum Leap's fun.
I'm gonna have a fun, exciting time with that, I think.
Yeah, that show's a blast. It's very silly, but I think that like even at its weakest, it's at least interesting or funny.
And yeah, I mean, I feel like and I haven't watched the show, but this is the vibe I'm getting, and it'll be interesting to see if I'm proven wrong or right or whatever. But I get the feeling because with so much sci-fi these days, like your Star Treks, your Star Wars, your Doctor Who's, it's all about this big continuity of bringing back all this stuff from the past. It's like, remember this, remember that, holy shit, big bullshit.
Yep.
And I'm like, I just want to step back from all that epic, big bracing, remember this shit, and just focus on a story that's like, hey, I just jumped in the body of this random person, and they had kind of a bad lot in life. You know what? I'm going to try and help them out.
Yeah.
It's
something small.
About as anti-lore as you can get.
Yeah.
It's exactly like the palate cleanser I need right now.
Yeah. It's very serialized, very, very, very episodic, just like, hey, this is a very easy thing to jump into and understand. It's very much like Columbo. You're not going into Columbo.
Oh, God, I love Columbo.
Dude, I grew up. Like, the recent resurgence of Columbo, to me, has been the weirdest thing, because that is, like, something I remember growing up and my dad watching all the fucking time. I've probably, through osmosis, I've probably seen every episode of Columbo. So, it's just kind of like, I don't know where or why Columbo has this resurgence going on in modern day, but I appreciate it. Because definitely it's just like it's something I remember and just kind of was always there. Big time Matlock revival? I don't know. Was Matlock really as interesting or cool as Columbo though? Like Columbo's like a cool dude. Matlock is just like an old fart. That would be just like praying for a murder she wrote.
Does Matlock have just one more thing?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Exactly. Matlock does not have that in one more thing. He doesn't have
Columbo,
that. Doesn't have that.
Columbo lets you like hang yourself with your own rope.
Yeah. He does the least amount of detectiving because he's very good at getting people to hang themselves. It's great. He's so good.
I heard that show was a pretty big hit in Japan as well.
It was a big hit in a lot of places. I remember dude that played Columbo had to actually record a video message to some country where they were only allowed to show like 7 episodes from any show that came from a foreign country a year. So like when the first 7 episode run of Columbo ended, like people started getting real fucking pissed, thinking that like they stopped making it or that it was going away. So like he had to like record a message to those people that played on national TV. It was like, there are more episodes of Columbo, but with the way your government handles foreign television, we can't bring them all to you right now, but you will be able to see more of them in the future, we promise. And that was just like, holy shit, that's crazy.
Peter Falk incites a goddamn riot outside the television center.
Just because people wanted more fucking Columbo. I can't remember what country it was. I just remember seeing, I think it might have been on Letterman. But he was talking about how he had to like record this thing for their government because people were really getting uneasy because they couldn't get more Columbo.
This mass riot in the street outside like the embassy or whatever.
Yeah. Like he was just like, what? Like, and it's in his book too. Like he wrote about it in his book, so it is a true story. And he was just like, why is the fucking government of blah 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 want to talk to me? Like, what the fuck? Like, who am I?
I just play a detective on TV, guys. I don't know.
That's such cool shit. That's such fun shit.
Oh God. Yeah.
So what else are you going to be getting up to? Anything else you want to be getting up to, or?
I've been thinking since it's May, and a friend of mine, he's actually been playing through all the Mega Man games. You know, so
Romania. It was the country of Romania. All right,
Romania. Okay,
yep.
Yeah, nice. So like he finished all of the classic on the Switch thing, and he just before the stream started, just finished X5. So
oh, he's
boy,
in for a time.
Oh, you're in for a wild ride now, buddy.
Cause X4, real good. The height of awesomeness. X5 is kind of like, oh no. That's got a little bit of a sour taste. That was doesn't always hit you that great. And then you get to 6, and it's just like, what happened here?
What in the poopy butt is this?
This game's a bunch of poopy butt farts. What happened?
Well, what happened is, as we know, what happened is that Inafune was like, okay, I made X5. I'm going to go make 0 now.
I'm gonna go
what do you
make
mean you're making 0? We need more of these. Fucking slap some shit together in 3 months. We need more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was not even aware they were doing it when he was
making there. What you need a super part to get through the spike. Who gives a shit? More spikes.
More spikes. Loads of spikes. Just all of the spikes.
What if we made it when you killed the boss, like the most obnoxious shit ever happened in the level?
Oh god, yeah.
Okay, what do we do for this level? Donut! Okay, donut! I'm done.
What if when you're playing as 0, we map the up special move to be a downward strike?
Oh my god, fucking Cyber Shadow does bullshit like that too.
That's a good thought of since I beat it.
So if you're climbing a ladder over a pit and you press the special button, 0 will just dive into the pit.
Oh god, this kept fucking me up in Cyber Shadow because you have an uppercut move that you do. And you do it by holding down and pressing the attack button. And okay, if I'm in a Mortal Kombat mood, I guess that makes sense. But when I'm playing a platformer, things need to kind of map to exactly what I'm gonna be doing, right? Yeah, it just feels real bad. But shit like that drives me nuts.
It's an interesting ranking he's given because it's completely just totally subjective, and it's not just Mega Man 2 is the greatest game of all time and shit. And it's I had some fun with it, but I really like what were his top games? Let me just look at the DM and see what he really liked. His top 3 are X4, 11, and 10. So it's that's eclectic.
I mean,
it's interesting.
I mean, that's not a bad list technically. X4 is really fucking good. If anybody put X4 over X1 or 2, I'm not gonna argue with them because 1, 2, and 4 are by equal measures incredible.
Agreed.
10, I don't really like it as much as 9.
I don't remember liking 10 as much.
I like 10 quite a bit, but yeah.
Yeah, 10 was kind of boring. It's I think that they kind of just they went back to doing what they did with Mega Man 6. It just feels like Mega Man 6, which I also think is very 5 and 6 are kind of boring too. So
yeah, that's the vibe I got at the time of if 9 is hey, remember Mega Man 2? We made it better. 10 is hey, remember Mega Man 5? Here's
Mega Man 5 again. Yeah,
but it got me thinking, and then I kind of want to revisit them. So and then a phrase hit me: Mega May.
Well, there you go.
I could be. So sometimes I might dust off the Twitch thing because Lord knows I paid some of money to have a cute anime persona of myself to play video games. So might as well do it. So
might as well
play some Mega Man live. In May.
For people, you can play video games on the internet and people will watch. And here's the fun thing. You can be bad at it and people will still watch. It's crazy.
I know, it's wild. It's like this is what I've been doing for the past 10 years.
Yeah, like I've made a successful online presence by somehow talking about and playing video games badly. So yeah, you can do that. How do we feel about Mega Man 11? Because I think Mega Man 11, like, it's got a strong showing, like with the Robot Masters, and like the first Wily Castle is really good. I like the gear system, and then I think the end just kind of poops itself.
I don't remember well enough, but
I think 11 is a very good game, except for, like you said, the end of it.
Yeah.
And the music.
The music
the music's not bad, but it's nowhere near as memorable as the entire rest of the classic series music.
It's not even as memorable. Like I think Mega Man 8 is one of those soundtracks where it's like, I really dig how soft and kind of cotton candy-ish that soundtrack is. And even like I think that like Mega Man 11 doesn't even compete with that. Like, there's just not a lot of melody there that stands out. Just like I don't like, I can't imagine any singular Mega Man 11 stage and tell you like or even hum a few bars of what any of its themes are.
Yeah.
That is my biggest problem with that game.
Yeah.
For a series that is so known for its music, to not have any actually memorable songs, is just, it's sad.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. So Mega May is a big thing that we're going to be seeing from you, huh?
Yeah, and Mega Man 11 will probably look like a blizzard in the
yeah, that's probably going to be
buffer,
hard.
Not because internet potato, I can't help that.
Yeah, your internet's going to chew that game up and spit it out, and it's going to be great.
I mean, we'll just pretend it's a podcast, Hello,
I'm Finale for Mega May is Mighty Number 9, right?
Yeah. If I don't stream it in 69, maybe I'll just get like a PNG of Guilty Gear May and slap it on there like I did with the Buki when I was on vacation.
There you go.
Mega May.
Yeah.
That's a good. That's a funny idea. Just get a transparent PNG of May.
There you go. That's how you got it.
Which is ironic because I've played Guilty Gear with friends here and there, and one guy, he mains May, and I fucking hate fighting him because he's really good.
Totsugeki!
Totsugeki!
You're done, son! I bought her jacket, though, so...
Oh, that's
yeah,
rad.
It's really dope.
I mean, she's really cute.
She's precious. She is precious.
But she is a fucking nightmare to fight.
Oh, yeah.
In the right hands.
Totsugeki will haunt your nightmares for the rest of your days.
Oh, it already does. I mean, you're talking to, again, that blue-haired bitch what beat Echo the Dolphin, so there's that added level.
Is it Echo the Dolphin now? Is that what we're changing it to? Hold on. We gotta change it.
Oh, I did do it. Oh, God.
Hey, that one actually fits, too. Nice.
That blue-haired bitch what beat Echo the Dolphin.
There you go. What about you, Tengu? What do you got coming up that you're good? Like, other than that, what are you getting into? Like, what are you expecting from Trails 3rd, man? Like, you're going into one that is, oh boy, that one's The
game I had started and dropped due to just getting into like a funk where I just couldn't bring myself to play games for a while. So I'm probably going to restart. So I know some of what I'm getting into.
Right.
And just lots of deep character studies.
Oh man, that game is all character study, and some of it ain't very pretty.
and learning about where the salt crossbow came from. It's like, oh yeah, that's
oh man, that's one of those ones where it's just like when I read it, just kind of chills down your spine because the way they kind of write about it makes it feel very like natural disastery. Like it's
this
feels real, and I'm very haunted by it. Thank you.
Absolutely terrifying. Yeah.
It's a fucking awful thing to think about, and it's just like, and like the church was just casually like, go waste that bitch with this. It's just like
the guy who survived this with this.
Like, how how much does a fucking organization gotta hate you that they pull out something like that? Like that's just one of the most raw fucking moves in video games I've ever seen in my life.
God damn.
Yeah, the recontextualizing of like the personal touch.
Yeah,
of using that.
It's so personal. Like they were not fucking around, dude. Everybody should go play Trails, by the way. It's a real great series.
I liked the first one.
We'll go play the second one, Dingus. They left you at a really good spot. I don't know how you get that ending and go, well, I'm not gonna play the second one.
I said, well, I'll let this sit with me and let it go for a while. And then, like 2 years back. Oops.
Oops. For no reason in particular, I am holding 2 pens like chopsticks. I just thought everybody should know that.
That's a skill.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing it either. I was just sitting here. I have 2 identical pens for some reason. And I was just like, I'm going to hold those like chopsticks, motherfucker. And now I'm doing it, and I got nothing to pick up.
You got no Kung Pao chicken.
No Kung Pao chicken. I got no
Holly
sushi.
likes her chicken spicy.
I love spicy chicken. I had some really good spicy chicken burritos yesterday man, it's back to food, huh? Right back.
Nice. Mm.
Right on back. Yeah, I had some really good spicy chicken burritos yesterday that were just divine. It's like, man, I wish I'd have gotten 4 of these sons of bitches because I had to add 2 more later.
Mm. Damn.
Now I want to remake the chicken I made the other day.
Oh, what was it?
I made chicken drumsticks, and I kind of cut off everything that's where it starts getting thin, and use that to make a stock. Then reduced that down to make a glaze. Yeah, add a little bit of salt, or not salt, add a bit of sugar and vinegar, make it a sweet and sour glaze.
Mm-hmm.
That, roasted carrots, and rice.
Oh,
really good.
That sounds real good. I think
And
I'm
like
actually,
That's good.
I'm gonna steal that. I'm gonna steal that for this week, I think.
I can send you the video that I used to follow it.
Yeah, like send it to me on Discord or Twitter or something.
Yeah. So when I took because dark meat, you can cook a long time.
Yeah.
So it was in the oven for a total of an hour and a half at 400.
Nice.
So I took that first bite,
mm-hmm.
and just all of the meat basically fell off.
Yeah, that's the shit that I like. I love that. I love it. Yeah, like when you got meat that just falls apart, it just fucking melts. It's like, oh, this is shit.
That's slow cooked stuff.
Yeah, I'm here for it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I've pretty much fully converted over to like dark meat for chicken.
Yeah, I actually just like bought a bunch of thighs for the first time, like, cause I love white meat chicken. So like me and breasts get along really well, but I recently just bought a pack of nothing but thighs because I want to try just like going straight dark meat and seeing what we get out of that. And...
Yeah, the thing I like about it is it's so much easier to cook because you're never gonna get, unless you like really really try, you're not gonna get dry dark meat.
No, you can't. Like it's naturally just much more juicier. Yeah, breasts are good for sandwiches. Yeah, breasts are good. I love putting breasts in my mouth.
There's a mood.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Right? Oh no, I'm being naughty on stream. People are calling me on it. You can't say that on Twitch. You can't talk about You cannot talk about sucking titties on Twitch. Don't do that.
Next, they'll say you can't like talk about eating like meat logs like hot dogs.
No, you cannot stick wieners in your mouth. You cannot lovingly tongue an asshole on Twitch. You cannot do that.
We can't talk about wieners? What kind of oppressive hellscape is this?
No wieners. None. 0. Wiener count 0 is what you need right now.
Wiener count 0.
I love that. Aspen's like spaced out for a minute, and we definitely heard that one. You just had a pretzel wrapped in a hot dog, if that counts. Oh, that sounds good.
God, Grams.
I need that.
That is now that is gourmet wiener talk.
That's good. That's high quality wiener.
That is just
Mwah, divine. Well, the two
Love
of you,
it.
I very much appreciate you taking the time to stop by and have a chat with me this evening. I hope that you've had yourselves a nice, good time stopping by too, and that you
I
continue
certainly
to do so.
have.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Oh,
much,
yeah.
Polly.
All right. Well, anything else you'd like to say before we part ways? Feel free.
I'd just like to say I'll be lurking around, just taking it easy, relaxing. So it was good to be on again.
Mega Man.
So have a good one, Mega Man.
Mega Man. Do
I've
it.
even got some fun twists for start of Mega Man that will be very interesting.
Buster only.
Buster only. I mean, I have done those rush things in 6.
Mm-hmm.
I've done runs of those, like punch only and
Yeah.
jet only. Those are interesting.
Mm-hmm.
There are some parts that are a pain in the ass, but those are interesting. I don't know if I'll be doing those, but I got some fun stuff. Yeah. Good to be here.
Cool. Tengu, my friend.
Not much. I just dropped the video for that recipe in the main chat for anyone
Appreciate
who wants to see it.
Hell yeah, I'm making that this
Leg
week.
lollipops.
Leg
Good
lollipops.
God.
That looks divine, actually.
No,
Holy shit.
those look sufficiently sauced up.
Woo! All right.
So yeah, no, hey y'all, cooking is fun.
Hell yeah, it is. Hell yeah. And come on, man, chicken don't cost that much.
Nope.
Well, yeah. All right. Thank you all for coming by, and I'll catch you next time, or I'll catch you in the chat, whichever comes first, friends.
All right.
Thanks
Good
for having
night.
us.
All right, Grimsy, get in my ear holes, and we will have room for one more. So get your people on in here. Let's do it. Talk to me, Internet. Let's do it. You and me. Hello. You're here. You finally here.
I'm sorry. I was a little too close to time. I was like, oh, I have time.
Mm-hmm.
I have time, and it's like, no, you need time to cook.
Oh
it's
yeah.
You guys kept talking about food. It's like I want a little snack.
And then you had a really good pretzel dog.
Pretzel.
Oh man, now it's God. What? We're just off the rails tonight with food. Like that's it. Like that's all this stream's gonna be now. I'm gonna get off of this stream tonight. And I'm just gonna go make 100 things to eat.
I want food.
Jetstorm 4 wants
it's me.
food. How's it going, Jetstorm? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah.
It's been a pretty good week.
How's it?
Whoop, whoop.
You know what? You know what? I got my New Year's resolution done this week. I received fan art.
From who?
From an artist. You know what? Let me get their name. Real quick. They messaged me on Twitter after playing chorus.
Oh, nice.
Suddenly Elves, Mild Magics, who does peril themed art
Oh boy!
of various Nintendo characters. So I got fan art this week.
Welcome to the show, Grims. We talk about peril fan art here sometimes. This is my friend Tom. He likes peril. He likes.
Hi, Grims.
He has a peril fetish. He made a video game about an elf that is in peril. It's very perilous.
Hi, Grims. How are you? This is a good introduction for anybody you want to meet in life.
I've heard you in calls before. I think.
Yeah, I've heard you too.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you two had ever directly corresponded or not, but I thought that it was really funny that my friend,
maybe on Twitter, but otherwise no.
My friend with the peril fetish, and they're and my friend who I'm not sure how she feels about things like that, but we're gonna put this on at the same time, and we're just gonna roll the dice and see how it goes.
I'm just gonna roll with this. Like, look, there's dice. I'll figure it out.
I ain't gonna judge. You do you.
You do you,
It's
baby
all
boo.
good.
Yeah,
You know what?
good.
I got fan art, so I can't complain this week.
Getting fan art
yeah.
is the best feeling in the world, by the way.
Yes.
It feels fantastic.
I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's a sketch, but it's like it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, it's so good. Oh man,
doesn't it make you feel good?
So great.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, like I've had a number of pieces of fan art come in for me. Grimsy did one. You did one. Like
I did.
I have 2.
Yeah, I did one.
I've got like you were one of the first. That amazing like chorus hugging me is one of the best. One of my favorites. It's very 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 cute.
I was like, I had this idea in my head. I'm just like, I'm gonna be the one to draw this.
Yes, you're the one that will make this thing that needs to happen. Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
I saw the cool fan art and I got intimidated and I was like, fuck it, I'm doing it anyway. We're doing it live.
Don't be Grims. Don't be intimidated. Like your art is fun. Like that's one of my favorite parts of your stream. And by the way, hold on. SO Gremlinzrus. Boom! Shout out in the chat. Go follow her right now if you don't. And SO Jetstorm 4. Boom! Go follow that motherfucker right now. There you go.
If you want to watch me play JRPGs.
Yeah, that's what Grems does, or that's what Jetstorm does. And Grems plays a lot of really cool ass indie games that are like off the beaten path stuff. And she does awesome art. You do tier lists sometime, don't you?
Yeah, every now and again.
Yeah, like I haven't done any smasher passes yet. I think that like that feels like something that I should have done already. Like, just have people have people make suggestions and do a night of smash or pass.
I'm sorry, I'm being giggly bitch.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
You're allowed to have
good.
iced tea.
You're allowed to be a giggly bitch. That's what that giggling means. You're having a good time. Hopefully. So that tells me that what we're doing here is probably cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Grims, what you been up to lately? What do you want to talk about?
Oh, I was packing, so I was going through some old DVDs, and I was like, oh my god, early 2000s Grims had some questionable tastes.
Oh, you gotta share. All right, spill it.
Oh, no, I'm afraid I'm gonna be like...
No.
Yep,
You don't get to back out. No.
Oh,
You don't.
fuck.
You are here now.
Oh, sorry.
You said it. You let the cat out of the bag. We all have to know now. What? Let's hear this questionable taste.
Well, one of them, I mean, some of it didn't age particularly well, and some of it is just kind of like bad.
Oh,
But,
sure.
something that aged really poorly, I would think, is and some might disagree. Triumph the Insult comic dog.
Yeah. Some of maybe a few jokes here and there, not so great. For me to poop on.
Like, that fucking line gets me every time.
I will always laugh. Like, believe me, I am that person that was 100% there for Triumph the Insult comic dog. I was like, okay, yeah, it's the greatest thing. He got his breakout on Conan, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Conan.
what I thought. Yeah. So okay, I don't think that's bad. I think you could be a hell of a lot more problematic than Triumph the Insult comic dog.
Mind of Mencia?
Oh, you watched Mind of Mencia?
I don't know.
I'm judging.
I know. Please do.
Wow, Green.
You can put me in the corner.
Right, we're throwing you in the toilet.
Oh shit.
Yeah, exactly. Oh shit, in the toilet.
Yeah.
Oh man, Mind of Mencia is
I saw that. I was like, nope, we're not doing this.
I had to look this one up because I have no idea what you're talking about here.
Carlos Mencia is one of the most hack comedians to have ever made it. And he does so by stealing everybody else's jokes and making them Mexican. Like, that's his thing.
Wow.
It's miserable comedy. And please don't take this as me judging you, Grims. Please, it's just we're playing a bit here. It's fun.
We're playing a bit. I'm in the bit. We're in the bit.
It's free to stream on Comedy Central.
Well, there you go. But you will not make it through one episode. Because Carlos Mencia has the ability to just be the most repulsive comedian. And I don't mean in like a gross way. I mean, it's just like you hear him start talking and telling a joke and your ears like want to peel themselves off of the side of your head because he's so grating and awful at it that it somehow crosses this borderline of funny and unfunny like 3 or 4 times before landing on unfunny times 4. I hate Carlos Mencia. As somebody who loves stand-up comedy, I hate Carlos Mencia.
And then there was Code Monkeys.
Code Monkeys like Fritos. Code Monkeys like Tab and Mountain Dew. Yeah, we love Code Monkeys here.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a little bit of a soft spot for Code Monkeys.
Yeah,
I love the theme song, but some of the comedy did not age well.
Oh no, it came from a time when, you know, well, look, I have comedy on my website that did not age well that I've had to address in the past. So, and it was from that era when you could say things that maybe you shouldn't be saying.
Probably should say. I will say this, however, Bob Larity is wonderful caricature of that specific thing.
Yes, he's so good.
I love him.
Yeah.
I hate him, but I love him.
Yeah, it's just so good. And Dean is amazing.
Dean is amazing too. Just there.
Like anytime Beepner has used Dean as his avatar, it's just like, yeah, that always throws me back. Yeah, I always I am the one that always appreciates that, and I know I bet Grimm's always appreciated it too.
I do too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Code Monkeys is good fun. I still rewatch that show, despite the fact that some of it hasn't aged well. I still think that show is a delight.
Well, I might hold on to it then.
Absolutely, hold on to that.
I have that first season as well in my display. Yeah, so it's okay.
I think they only got 1 season, unfortunately.
There's 2 seasons of the show, but I think the DVDs only got 1 season.
Yeah, I don't think they put the 2nd season out on DVD.
No, they didn't. I looked.
Well, what happened was when I went back to see, it's like, I wonder how well this aged. I went on YouTube and random scroll through because it had like all season 1 on one video.
Oh, nice.
And it was like when it went to the prison episode, and I was like, oh,
yeah, that episode, that one.
Okie dokie.
I can still appreciate that show. I will admit, Reno, like I love Reno 911, and even that show's got some stuff, and it's like, little, that doesn't really fly in 2022, does it? That's okay. This is still a funny show.
Yeah. But one thing that didn't age well, not because it's offensive or anything, but just because it's terrible writing, The Adventures of Super Mario Brothers 3, and that's the last one I got.
Oh god, Super Mario Brothers 3, and did you ever see the Super Mario World cartoon?
Yes.
Even worse than Super Mario Brothers 3. I'm not saying the Super Show wasn't like golden, but it was watchable. Super Mario 3 and Super Mario World, absolute ass trash.
They are, but Super Mario Bros. 3 has an episode with Milli Vanilli in which King Koopa says, "Blame it on the rain, blame it on King Koopa."
Blame it on King Koopa.
I can't hate it.
Yeah, I can.
I don't hate that show. I don't hate that show at all. Yeah, no. I mean, Miss Bush is in one of the episodes. I can't hate this show.
they were definitely going for a different vibe with Super Mario 3.
Yeah.
And then like Super Mario World, okay, I will say that maybe at least Super Mario 3 is still watchable, but Super Mario World is just insufferable.
It makes her some good YouTube poop material.
Oh yeah.
There's some quote. Look, between Sire and I, we quote.
Oh yeah,
World all the time.
Yeah. That's a pretty that's not a bad haul. Triumph and Code Monkeys and Super Mario Brothers 3. We'll take it. That's Mama Luigi to you.
It's a football. I chiseled it.
Okay, maybe that was a lot funnier than I remember it being.
There's some stuff. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
okay.
if you were like inebriated in some sort of way, you would find it a lot funnier.
Or really young when the show aired.
Yeah. Also, yeah,
excuse.
like I grew up when this stuff was coming out brand new. To age myself.
Yeah.
Here. So I grew up thinking like Captain N was pretty okay, and then I watched it in later years. And it's like, this
Captain N's pretty bad.
It borders on unwatchable, but man.
I can still watch it. Unfortunately, I don't know how.
There was also the Power Team. I don't know if anybody ever remember
that one. I didn't watch.
The Power Team was part of a show called Video Power with a guy called Johnny Arcade.
That's the Acclaim one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got like Tyrone from Arch Rivals, Bigfoot, Max Force from Contra.
It has Quirk the Tomato, doesn't it?
It's got Quirk the Tomato. It's got What's His Nuts from Iron
Sword. It's like the one I know.
It's, yeah. And like the animation is so laughably awful. Even for like tie-in late 80s, early 90s fucking cartoons. It's still like, holy crap. I had no fucking standards.
I know it's okay. Most animation it's not very good. It's okay though.
Yeah, like those Nintendo cartoons look real bad when you go back. Like I remember, like when Captain N and Super Mario Brothers Super Show and those started coming out on DVD. I was first in line, baby. Here we go, and then you throw them in and like,
ooh, they're bad.
Oh boy. Oh.
Now, Tengu mentioned the Ruby Spears Mega Man cartoon. I have a soft spot for that show.
It's okay.
That one's fine.
It's okay.
Jetstorms are us 4.
Jetstorms are us 4. I like it. Like that's a good. There we go. How's it going, Iffy? Welcome to the show.
It's Iffy.
Iffy's gonna come on later. I promise. Right? Iffy's gonna come on.
Then somebody put in Gremlinzrus Storm 4.
Gremlinzrus Storm 4, yeah.
Yeah, there's an earlier one too.
Yeah. We're making it a date here now. All right. Well, I'm just gonna be the spectator. You two go ahead and have a date, and I will grade each of you on how you're handling the date.
What? Wait,
everybody seems to be wanting to give you guys a ship name, so that's what we're doing.
This is weird. Okay.
How's it going, Pim? Welcome. That's my good friend.
I was about to make a joke, but
I was kidding, y'all. Don't have to.
Polly aborted this joke fast.
No, I was just like, you don't like. Look, I made the joke because it's funny, but I'm not gonna force people to do something like you two literally just mad.
I just imagine you switching scenes. It's like this table.
Yeah, like the table's like suddenly like I've like this. Suddenly my plushie is serving you food. I'm the waiter. And there's like a nice little candlelit dinner there for the two of you. And then like I'm grading each of you. I'm standing there hovering over you. Like, no, don't say
that.
With
a clipboard.
Jetstorm, please, for the love of God, stop talking about elves in peril. She's not gonna dig you for it, dude.
Socks bounce.
I can't help my art center. Okay, I guess I can't help my art centers around it, but it's all right.
You don't have to help it. It's okay. You can have fetishes. I'll allow it. It's okay. We've not judged you for like the last 4 years. It's been an active thing that you talk about now.
I know now it is.
And like you literally just released a whole ass platformer RPG full of it, and we're all I plugged you on my website. Like
you did, yes.
It's on the front page of my website. We are 100% here for you.
Oh yeah.
We are 100% here for you and your ability and your love of elf girls in peril.
Very good.
This is a peril-friendly stream.
Exactly. We are a pro peril stream here at socksmakepeoplesexy.net.
They have to be wearing the socks though, or we're judging.
Of course.
Yeah. That's the first thing I'm judging you on your date. Sock choice. Like it's got to be right. It's got to be right. It's got to be right. All right. Jetstorm. What you been up to? What's going on with you? What's going on in Jetstorm land?
Well, I've made a bunch of sprites this week, and then I'm like, yeah, I've done a lot of sprite work this week. I'm like, you know what? I'm just drawing sprites. I'm just kind of drawing a sprite every day at least.
Nice.
Just practicing. Mm-hmm. Mostly practicing. I made a cute chorus sprite that's 16 by 16 pixels, which is very small. Mm-hmm. It was really cute, and I'm like, I'm gonna make this move around on screen. So I opened up Game Maker accidentally. And then
like you do.
I opened up Game Maker, and I'm like, I'm just like, okay, well, it's 4 directions, so okay, I got to do 4 direction coding move. Hey, look at that! Look, the course is now moving in 8 directions.
8. Why did we move to 8?
Then
Why did you move to 8?
Well, 8. Well, 8, but only 4 directions facing.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not like, it's not complicated.
Lumina! Hi!
So then I'm like, I have an attack. I just made an attack state. I kind of made an edit sprite of like an attack. Put a sword there. It's like, okay, that's good. And then I was like, do something crazy. I made like, I just kind of took part of the walk sprite. I separated it out, and I'm like, hey, that's a jumping sprite.
Wow! And just accidentally, this all keeps happening. This is a wild set of things to keep happening accidentally.
I know, just kind of accidentally. And then I'm like, wait, how do you do? I've never figured out jumping in a top-down game. Mm-hmm. I can't do this.
What if you accidentally do that?
And then I was like, I just play around a little bit. I was like, wait a minute, I can just make my own Z variable. Oh. And then it just kind of happened.
Weird.
And now I have jumping in there. And then I made some enemies that follow course around a timing variable. And then, oh no, I have a game made.
God, well, don't you hate it when you accidentally make the foundation for what could be a solid video game? But you just like, you didn't set out to do that. But suddenly, that's what you got. Just happens all the time. Just a video game just falls right out of your mouth, and you're just like, how'd that happen?
And without any planning, I'm like, oh no. Oh no. It looks decent. The worst part is that the chorus game started exactly like this, too.
Uh-oh. Well, there you go.
So I'm like, oh no, I might have to plan something now.
I mean, you could look. There are worse things that you could have. Like, you could have an accident, and you could accidentally like hit your wiener. Like, you could accidentally slam your wiener in the door. You could accidentally blow your wiener off with fireworks. You could accidentally have a dog chew off your wiener.
You're really thinking about wieners today, aren't you?
You could accidentally slam your wiener in the toilet seat. There are so many bad things that could happen to you by complete accident. And you chose to have an accident where you made a video game and didn't have any physical trauma to your wiener.
That's true. Look, okay, I was gonna make that joke. Never mind. It's like my wiener's already had too much trauma. Please stop.
No!
You could open paint.net and put a transparent PNG on the sofa.
Yes! This is something you could do.
Drawing necks are for cowards.
Exactly.
I use a sprite.
A sprite is real good. That like if you want a spriting program to make you some good pixel art, a sprite is amazing.
Man, it got layers. I can do layers with sprites. Are you kidding me? This is like, and it's all organized and nice.
The effing dream.
It's like, what the hell? Where has this been all my life?
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah.
Other than that, I've also been just, I have been streaming Shadow Hearts.
Yeah, that's good ass. That is good ass RPG right there.
Still one of the best RPGs. I like. Y'all, we're coming up to Shanghai Tower. We're coming up to the tower in Shanghai next stream.
Yeah.
That is when this game pops off.
It's going to pop the fuck off. Yeah.
This game has not even done for a lot of people. This is a replay for me. I'm actually doing my New Game Plus file, so just kind of keeps all of Yuri's skills, which are kind of hard to get because you have to get him into Berserk mode, and he has to use the skill randomly to learn it, if I remember right. So, what? I'm just doing is just the New Game Plus file. But like y'all, this game pops off in the second.
Yeah.
Like, this game starts popping off like it already has some really good stuff, kind of really good one-off stories and everything with it. But once we hit the tower in Shanghai, it goes.
It's on like Donkey Kong. Man, I know that I bitch a lot about there not being any kind of Xenosaga re-release or remaster. Shadow Hearts is like right in there, like right under Xenosaga. Like if I could just get Shadow Hearts 1 and 2 remastered.
So this replay is also good for me because I last year replayed through Kodelka on
Kodelka.
stream.
I remember that.
And I had never played Kodelka I've never played Kodelka before.
Yeah.
And now this is just like, now I now understand.
You see where
Shadow Heart,
the connecting fiber is actually there. Like when I was
it's
watching,
actually there, and it's way better than I thought it was.
Oh yeah. When I was watching you play Kodelka last year, like because I had played Shadow Hearts 1 again on my own, probably 6 or 7 years ago, so it's still pretty kind of fresh in my mind. And I saw the way that some of that DNA was kind of like slipping into what Shadow Hearts would do later. It's like, there's like you can follow that progress, and that's always cool when you can do that.
Yeah, and like how much of Kodelka is like, I like. I'm trying to think of the director of Kodelka. It's exactly who I know it is. It's Hiroki Kikuta.
Yeah,
it's the sound. It's the person who did the music for Secret of Mana.
Yeah. It's
just kind of wild.
Yeah. I need to like if I could, I'd go back in time and tell him to use a better snare sample and less reverb, because boy, I hate the reverb on those Mana games. It's so bad.
There's a lot of music I love with Secret of Mana though.
I think the music's good. I just wish that they would like, hey, could you please take off that reverb a little bit. Roll that reverb back a little bit.
Like with Shadow Hearts though, with the the first battle theme's fine in Shadow Hearts, but I'm always thinking about Waterfall from Kodelka, which is the battle theme of that game.
Yeah.
And then I'm also thinking of Shadow Hearts 2's first battle theme, which is also extremely good.
Very good, very good, very good, very delicious. That's the good shit.
My favorite Secret of Mana track, by the way, is Prophecy. That is I know it's a really weird choice, but that is one of my favorite songs like ever.
Oh, nice.
It's the third world map theme. It's the one with the when the Mana Fortress is in the air.
Yeah. That one's actually really good.
Yeah, that's my favorite track from that game.
I'll have to look at it. I don't think I've ever played a Secret of. I've watched other people play it, but I've never actually played.
Yeah. Secret of Mana, like, it's a game that I personally fell out of love with over the years, but I understand why people like it, so I'm not gonna.
I kind of did this thing where I also fell out of love with it, but then I fell back in love with it.
How do you feel about As the Bell Tolls from Lumina Channel in chat?
As the Bell Tolls, is that the one? Which one is that?
Yeah, where does that play specifically? I don't remember off the top.
There's a couple of locations I can think of. I think where that plays, but I just can't remember. Ice Palace. That's it.
Right.
That one's good too.
Yeah,
I can hear that song right now in my head too. Like that's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's really good.
But anyway, so yeah, Shadow Hearts is just that game is fantastic.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be heading into like where that story really starts going.
Yeah, like that for me is like that point in that story is very and I'm able to kind of make this kind of not really analogy, but they're analogous to one another. It's like there's a point when I was playing Xenoblade Chronicles recently. Like I said earlier, I just finished that. But like I think like the first half of that game is okay, and then there is a moment where shit pops off, and it really reminded me of the way shit pops off in Shadow Hearts. It gave me that same feeling the first time I played Shadow Hearts. And I was just like, and from then on it was just like, yeah, the rest of this game's real fucking good. I'm here for it. Let's go.
I think I know exactly what part of the game you're talking about.
Yeah, the main shit that starts happening the first time you go to Prison Island.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. That's when that game pops the fuck off, and it's just like, all right, this is where I'm going to take my 2-week break, and when I come back, I'm going to mainline this shit. And that's basically what I did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a Xenoblade. Oh, I'm so glad you fell back in love with that game.
It's less like it's more of just like I learned to love that game because
I learned to love it. Yeah,
I've tried for 10 years to get into that game, and I think the MMO-iness of it just like I could never fully cling on to it for some reason, but for some reason this time, after a little struggling at first. I
remember there was some struggle.
Yeah, there was still some resistance at first. I was still just not getting it. But I was like, all right, I'm just going to tunnel vision for now and focus on the main game. And then let's just not worry about anything that I don't understand right now. Let's don't put it out of sight, out of mind, because the Xeno games are games with lots of systems. And they give you those systems real early. And my brain goes, let's interact with them all! And you can't do that or you'll drive yourself crazy.
Right.
But once I let go like that, I got it. I finally got it.
I was thinking about like how Xenoblade 2 sort of gates a lot of its stuff off.
Yeah.
For like a lot of it. And I wonder if that might be if that might kind of hurt for some people. On that,
Yeah.
but for me, it's fine. I was fine throughout it, I think.
Yeah, I think
but like Xenoblade 1...
Go ahead.
I also did not like Xenoblade 1 when it came out. Like for Wii when it came out, I tried to play it, and I was just... It was not really a great time to start an RPG like that, for me, actually. But it was also a... rough. I was just ending tech school at the time.
Yeah, that's a bad time.
So that was my. It was like I was in my last month of that. Actually, is when that was. But I was also just not getting it at all. In fact, it took me a few months off, and then what I did to solve this issue, I did a couple things. I bought weak component cables. That was the first thing. Which helped.
Yeah, that game, you need a little visual clarity with that original release.
And I really hate to say this one thing that I did because it does actually help me. I changed to the Japanese voice acting.
I love Xenoblade's dub. I love the dubs.
I do not, and I think it's just me. I just don't like it very much.
I am all here for those awesome fucking English accents.
Give me all I am down for dubs. I'm actually down for dubs usually a lot, but like Xenoblade and Xenoblade 2 is the same way.
That's what they say about you, Tom. You're DFD all the time.
Down for dubs.
Yeah.
However, there is a disconnect, and Xenoblade 2 is the same exact way. I had to change it to Japanese, and I was like, okay, I am much better.
I've already heard Nia. I've already heard Morag. I'm just like, I love
so
both.
I will admit, though, whenever people quote battle lines from Xenoblade, I have no idea what they're talking about, because I have, there's a point in the game I have never heard Melia's English voice acting.
It's really good. She's got a great voice for that role.
I have never heard Ricky. I have never heard Melia, and I have never heard. I have heard Charla.
Right.
That's right. And I'm not usually like that, but for Xenoblade, I am.
Weird. Wonder why that is. Things hit us
I
differently
don't know.
Sometimes, I guess.
I think it just does. I cannot take the dub I think it's I cannot take the dub seriously in my head.
I don't know why. I
don't know.
As much as I I love the recent Dragon Quest dubs. I love that those are always typically...
I like those.
That's so weird. Then I don't understand why Xenoblade's being.
I thought it was the English. I thought it was everyone's English accent, and I don't think so. Because Dragon Quest, I love Dragon Quest 8's dub.
Yeah, it's a fantastic, Dragon Quest 11 got a great dub.
Dragon Quest 11 has a great dub. I love it too. I can't do it. And even this is weird. Lumina just mentioned Secret of Mana remake.
The Secret of Mana
Trials.
remake.
The Trials of Mana remake.
It's real.
The dub is terrible, but I love it. But I can do the dub.
Okay, you're weird, Tom. Get out.
I'm weird. Although, to be fair, with Trials of Mana, I just kind of skip the dialogue mostly anyway, and just kind of read it.
Very inconsequential.
and read it because it's. I just read it because I can read faster than you.
That's me. Like when I'm playing games that have a lot of voice acting like that, like I listen to the lines for the overall mood of the line, but I usually just go really fast with how I'm reading it.
All right, there's one thing with Xenoblade 2 though. They changed the voice acting of the battle announcer in Xenoblade 2 between the dub and the Japanese.
It sounds like a Sonic game when you're doing chain attacks.
Yeah, the Japanese dub is what I want. It is very similar to the battle announcer from Baten Kaito's Origins,
right?
Which is one of if I'm gonna say like my favorite battle system of all time might be that game.
Nice.
Like as far as like active time battle.
Yeah.
That one might be my favorite active time battle system. I kind of just did like a revisit of that game.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't beat it, but I did kind of just do a revisit, and I was like, oh. I love this game. I forgot how much I love that game's battle system. That's another Monolith Soft.
Yeah, but like Monolith Soft don't miss. They're good.
They put a battle. I want a battle announcer in 3.
But there's gonna be one. There's gonna be one.
I hope there is.
All right. So
anyway,
Grims and Tom, is there anything else you'd like to close with before we make room for a couple more fine people in the audience? Like what's Grims? What's going on with you? You are a streamer, like I mentioned. So what are you looking at streaming over the next couple of weeks or so?
I don't know if I'm moving in 2 weeks or 4 weeks.
Oh.
So I will have to take some time for that. But
yes, there's a battle announcer in Xenoblade 2. Sorry.
In 2, not 1.
Tuesday, I will be starting Hades. I've played Hades before, but not on stream, and it's been over a year since I've played it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't know. I've played all the other Supergiant games within the past year, so it's like I might as well finish out their catalog.
Yeah, like that, and you're getting to the one I think a lot of people are just want to get. Like I want to play Hades. I've just not had the time to sit down with that game. Yet, so but I've seen a lot of people play it, and I know that it's my jam. Just looking at how that game flows in action and stuff, it's just really impressive, and the story beats sound really, really good.
I'm gonna start from a fresh save.
Hell yeah!
Fresh, clean save.
But yeah, best of luck on the move and everything. I hope all that goes well.
I'm super nervous about it.
Look, it's gonna be
moves.
Great. They're good. They're always nerve wracking, but you strike me as the type of person where it's just like, I know you got a good head on your shoulders. You sound like you're good at preparing for things. So I got a lot of faith. I got a lot of faith. Oh no, that's bad that she's laughing when I said that. That tells me she may not have the most confidence in her ability, and her preparedness may be lacking.
Perhaps. Anyway, moving on.
All right. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Did I break Grims?
No, maybe
a little bit. All right, apologies.
A little bit as a treat.
As a treat. I can break Grims a little bit as a treat on stream in front of everybody. It's fine. Just remember, everybody's watching right now, Grims. It's fine.
Oh, thanks. I love
it. Tom, what do you want to say before we pass the baton?
I guess I also stream. Come by, watch me play Shadow Hearts and start crying next stream is what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
and laughing a little bit.
And I would rate this date a solid 9.5. You both did amazing.
All right, perfect. Also, play Chorus Piercing of Dark Moon Tower.
Yep, there you go. Play that. Don't play it on stream though. You can't stream that video game.
You probably should not stream that video game. I'm not gonna stop you, but I do recommend not streaming Chorus Piercing of Dark Moon Tower. Stream Hades instead.
Yeah, stream Hades. All right. Well, there you go. 2 more great stream friends for you to check out. Thanks for coming by, the both of you. It's always a delight. Grims, it's been too long. We got to do more sometime.
Yeah.
Good talking to you, Grims.
Good talking to you, too.
And good talking to you, Polly, as always.
Hey, same to you, Tom. Best of luck. I don't know what I'm wishing you the best of luck on, but you're gonna...
Accidentally making a video game.
You're gonna need it.
I'm making video
I'm gonna need it.
It's very ominous.
Speed dating.
It's very ominous when the last thing somebody says to you is, good luck.
You're gonna need it.
Thanks for stopping
Good
by,
luck.
you two.
I'm hanging up now.
All right.
All right.
Love you guys. All right, we got 2 slots opening up in the Stream channel.
Oh heck!
Oh, heck.
Is it Catherine
Ah!
or Metsy?
Okay, hold on. I got people talking, and I need to go one at a time.
Metsy or Catherine? I don't know.
Okay.
You know me.
Hey, Metsy. Boom. Boom. Metsy. And who else do we have on call?
Quack.
Quack.
Gotcha. There you go. So we've got Metsy and Quack
Quack
hanging
the duck.
out.
Oh my god, that brings back. Well, how many years ago was that?
The duck thing was like, God, it had to be like 2018, maybe?
Really that long ago? There's no way it was that long ago.
It's 2018 or 2019. But those that
Oh,
don't
no.
know, those that don't know the lore about why Jessica is a duck, it's that basically Jessica dared me to do something stupid, which was like, it was something I was gonna do anyway. I don't know why you ever took this bet. It's like, I dare you to buy this Bad Dudes Mini Arcade. Okay, a game that I like. Okay, I'm dared.
Look. You dared me. You told me to buy it because I posted a picture of it.
Right.
And then I was like, no. And then you were like, do it, coward. And I was like, oh, you do it. And you're like, want to bet? And I'm like, sure.
Oh, that's how it went down. Yeah. And then I'm the one that bought it. So, and so the fact when Jessica continued turning us down to not buy the video game, I was like, fine, you're ducking me. So just that.
Well, actually, so that came from Leanna. Because she accused me of ducking her when we were gonna play Skullgirls, and then you ran with that.
Oh, right. I knew that came, like, I knew there was something there, but, like, yeah, like, the duck thing is sort of like where we ran with that, and then I basically just made, I made Jessica wear a duck avatar on Twitter for, like, a week, wasn't it?
It felt like longer than a week from someone who was on the outside, but I
Well, she also wore one for some other reason. Was it my birthday?
I wore it for like a month.
Yeah, it was something like that.
And then I wore it for your birthday one year.
Yeah. So, yeah, you've definitely donned the duck, is how we refer to it now, is donning the duck. A number of times. To my amusement.
And you have made that many times during the Game of the Year streams.
Did not do one this year. Didn't do it this time. We swerved.
Yo, you got to keep me guessing.
Exactly. You never know what's going to happen. Or did I do one and it was just real subtle and you didn't get it?
We'll see.
We'll see. All right.
yeah, memories.
So we got Jessica and we got Metsy, who I believe this is your first time on a poly stream.
Well, first time talking on a poly stream. Yes. I'm not. I'm normally asleep at like 8, 9, 10 o'clock on a Sunday because I'm a sleepy bitch, as I would call it.
A sleepy baby, a big baby.
Yeah. So I go to bed early because I wake up early. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pop on in. The Mets are playing. I have to stay up and watch that game, and gonna chill and watch my friend Polly and whoever else decides to join the stream because I don't know everyone in your community yet. So
the Mets,
nice
baby, love the Mets.
Yeah, exactly. The Mets.
Yeah. That's the only I know somebody else that does that. They say that as a joke and in that same New York accent. So I was like, okay, that's my reference point for the Mets.
Yeah, it's funny because I still think the funniest thing that happened, at least recently, on Twitter was Tom remembering that. I think it was him realizing that. Oh wait, your name is about the Mets, the baseball team, and everyone was just like, "Duh."
See, like when I met you the first time, I didn't get it either because when I met you, your name was Mets Isles fan, which is like the New York Islanders and the New York Mets, obviously. But when I read it, it was Mets is Les fan.
Which is technically right.
I mean, which is technically right. You know, lesbian makes sense. All right, I got it. Mets is lesbian, and then like a year later, wait a minute, those are sports ball teams. It's basically when I realized that Maury Calliope's art tag was not Cali Lust, it was Cali Illust, and I had just been reading it wrong for a year and a half.
I did that too.
Yeah, so it was just like, so that's why I took my art tag. It just made it Polylust because it was like, fine, if I'm gonna be an idiot, I'm just gonna own it.
Yeah,
I looked. It was 2018 when the duck pun started.
It's been
Holy shit.
It has been 4 years of duck. What even is time anymore?
yeah. I think COVID's kind of just ruined.
Yeah, there's no good concept of time at all at this point. But this comes up on every Soxcast at this point. Just because we've been doing it so long that like every time I say what episode number we're on, we are reminded immediately it's almost been 8 years. And it's like, oh God, what is time? Yeah, everything that like has to do with time drives me crazy at this point.
The Wii U came out 10 years ago.
Oh my God. I have the Kirby 20th anniversary collection. I was dusting off my shelves a week or so ago, and I was like, I saw that I had the Kirby 20th anniversary collection set that they did for the Wii, right? And the day that I was doing this also just fucking happened to be Kirby's 30th anniversary. I felt my insides shrivel up and dry out.
We are all getting old at a concerning rate.
It's very alarming.
I was in 11th grade, I think, 10 years ago. 11th, 12th grade in high school.
Nobody likes you.
I know. I'm a youngin'. It's funny because at work it's the same thing. Because it's not. Work is worse because literally I'm the only one I think who's under 45 where I work.
Crap.
Everyone is so old. It's ridiculous. I'm like, literally every single one of you could be my parent.
Oh.
And some of them could be my grandparents. Like some of them are like in their late 60s and still working. I'm like,
oh my God. It makes you feel, when you see somebody still working at 60, it's just like, oh no. This whole system's fucked up, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I think with both of them, they got the old school mentality, so they don't want to quit because they just enjoy what they're doing. But both of them really should retire and actually, get on with their life. But maybe when I turn 60, I don't know where I'm going to be. So
Yeah. All right. Well, since we're talking to Metsy, what you been up to? What do you want to talk about?
What have I been up to? I went to there was a some anime convention that was in Jersey this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Because in case you didn't know, my girlfriend's like a huge anime fan. I'm not the biggest. Mm-hmm. Like I've gotten into it more for obvious reasons. So that was fun. If not, a bit overwhelming because
Did she cosplay as Jolene?
No, but she's cosplayed as Jolene before. She was cosplaying as Korone, I think, someone from a Miku gotcha game thing that I don't really understand. And then I was half cosplaying Gura because I just had like a casual sweatshirt, brought my Blage with me because
yeah,
because
Shork,
and yeah, it was nice. It was nice. I got to meet people and stuff like that. But otherwise, just chilling. Just my birthday was last week. All that jazz.
Hey, happy birthday! I think I told you happy birthday, but if I didn't tell you happy birthday, I'll do it live on the air. I'll even sing a birthday song to you right now.
Yes, sing.
All right, hold on. I wrote this song just for you 5 years ago, so that I would sing it right now for this stream. Are you ready?
I am.
Happy birthday, dear Metsy. That's about as far as I got.
Proud of you.
I've been working on it. I've been working really hard on it. I really think that I think incorporating your name into the song is just like, yeah, that's the way to go with it, right? That's how you want to do it. That's a good.
Absolutely fantastic. I've never heard anybody say.
When's the karaoke stream?
Oh, when you give me $1,500.
How about I buy you some more moon pies?
That's good. That's good bribery. That is good bribery. I had to take. When because you sent me a haul of moon pies a while back, and like when you did, a bunch of people were like, "Hey, put those back on. I want to buy you moon pies too." It was like, but then I went to like look, and it's like for some reason moon pies tripled in price. Like did they become an invaluable resource? And I was like, I can't do that. I'm not making people pay that much for fucking moon pies. But yeah, that's that. But I'm sorry I interrupted your story. But happy birthday, Metsy.
Thank you. Every time I see moon pies, by the way, now I think of you.
I would hope so.
I didn't know they existed until
Have you had one?
One or two. I'm not the biggest graham cracker fan, or really marshmallow.
Oh, yeah,
so,
that's understandable. I get that.
So I've had them once in a while, and I probably should try the other kind because I know there's a bunch of different kinds.
There's a salted caramel one now.
Okay,
it's really good.
I got it. Okay,
Unfortunately, they don't sell them where I live.
Oh, you have my sympathies.
I want to try the banana one.
The banana ones are really good too. I used to just buy them direct from Moon Pie and just buy the big cartons myself. Like I would just buy like a box, an entire box, which is like 12 double deckers of like chocolate, banana, and strawberry. And it was like, okay, I'm set for like 2 months or 3.
So like they just send you a pallet?
Yeah, basically. they just got my number. They're just like, yo, Polly, you need it? Are you in need? We got your hookup.
How have they not given you a sponsorship yet?
I spent a whole year doing free advertisement for Moon Pies on the Soxcast, and I never heard a word. I was secretly hoping somebody would have sent them in. Hey, this person's really obsessed with Moon Pies. Just sponsor one episode.
You were doing it for free.
Exactly. Just sponsor one episode. That's all. I just want to say I did it.
They didn't even have to give you money. They just have to say it.
Just send me a couple pies, man. I'm good. Yeah, they got lemon moon pies.
Yeah, I'm looking. Okay, wow, they got a lot of different kinds.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's mint, salted caramel. I could buy it on their website.
Hell yeah, you can. Let's go. Salted caramel are so good, but those are dangerous though because they're so good that I would like want to sit there and eat like 5 of them because they're that good. But it's like, okay, that is a thing that I cannot have on hand. I can't have that on hand because I don't trust myself.
Yeah, I have too much candy around from Easter, so I probably should not buy more sweet things.
I bought a bunch of Cadbury eggs. Like that's the thing that I always go for after Easter is like, just give me the Cadbury eggs. I want them all. I will clean you out.
That is too much sugar for me.
It is. It's way too much. It's very unhealthy, but I only live once. So I'm just gonna, you know what? If I have to get my foot cut off because of diabetes or something, well, that's fine.
We just walk in and we see you on the floor, like drooling, just covered in the sugar.
Yeah! And everybody thought that the most horrifying image they would get of me this stream was with my plushy head completely exploded because Nintendo hates me.
Oh, it's okay. They hate all of us.
Yeah, like Nintendo hates everything, including video games, so it's okay.
Especially their video games.
Especially theirs! What's preservation?
That's why you can't play GameCube games.
Why do you want to play games? Why would you want to play games from your history?
Yeah.
Here's a poorly emulated Mario Sunshine that's going to be gone after 6 months.
Oh my god.
Raise your hand if you bought that collection anyway. I'm the idiot right there. I'm the idiot. Yeah. I got it for $20 though.
Oh, that's worth it.
Yeah, so it's just like I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah, I probably should just emulate it on my computer, but because I have a disc.
Oh yeah. Like you could GameCube emulation is really good at this point.
Dolphin's good. I play Melee a lot on my computer.
But nobody wants to play Super Mario Sunshine is a thing. So you would nobody should ever want to play that video game in their life.
Wait, haven't we had an argument about this on Twitter before, Polly? I don't remember.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not accepting questions at this time.
Okay. No questions. My question has been withdrawn.
Okay, so you
Hey,
got
Metsy, who's your main?
Who's your main?
In Melee,
Yeah.
it's Sheik and Barth because I'm a top tier. I feel like a terrible person for being a top tier player, but I also haven't really played much recently because it's kind of with certain games you just kind of go in and out. Sometimes you play for a bunch, and it's also harder with ADHD. So it's like
Yeah, I understand that.
You get hyperfixation.
Yeah.
You get the hyperfixation. Those are recently. It's been what has it even been? Oh, randomizer for Heart Gold.
Oh, you're a randomizer bitch, huh?
Yeah, sometimes I enjoy it. It's fun. Because I've played Pokemon so much. It's like my childhood, and it's fun to do randomizer when it's just like originally I did randomizer. You could just get anything, but then I just got like stupidly strong stuff early on, and then it's not really fun because it's just easy.
Yeah.
So then I've tried to make it a little bit harder, and it's fun. I enjoy it. I didn't realize I could do it until like last year when one of my friends did it. I'm like, oh, that is easy, fun, nice.
I feel like the only randomizers I could feasibly play would be like Super Metroid and Chrono Trigger. I think that those are the only two games that I know front to back and in and out where I would be able to kind of like know where I am at and what I am doing at all times and what I need to do. I don't know that there's a lot of other games that I could play like that. I did find a weird Contra randomizer I may play on stream at some point. It generates ROMs because that game is generated per screen. So what it does is it will take a level and like it will randomize the way the screens are drawn so that like you start on one screen and then it like loads like say screen 8 from stage 1 and then screen 2. So it's just like all the platforms are all mismatched and the enemy spawns are randomized and you can randomize the guns and stuff. So I'm thinking about trying a stream or two with a Contra randomizer to see how that feels. That could be really fun.
I want to try Hollow Knight randomizer.
Oh,
because I love that game.
I know somebody who did not like Hollow Knight at all, but she played a randomizer and fucking loved the game.
Yeah.
That was wild. I've never seen it happen in that order before.
Yeah, it's really fun. The thing is with the Hollow Knight randomizer is they've actually made it so like you could put in the settings, you can make it like, do you want to do like really easy skips, like if you can do the speed running tricks, or do you want to do like some of the really complicated ones? So you could kind of adjust the difficulty of how hard you want to make it for yourself, because certain items that you might need to progress might be buried somewhere, and you'll have to do speed running, jumps or shade skips or all these other things to try to get to where you need to go. So I think that's super cool. But yeah, no, I haven't tried it yet. I really should. I played that game so much, and it would be fun to play again.
Yeah, like I've absolutely been looking for a reason to just play Hollow Knight again. I don't know that it would be in a randomizer form. I've wanted to do a Steel Soul run, and I made that a goal for a while, just like trying to take a year of just like playing on my own to do a Steel Soul run, which is basically to hardcore mode where when you die, your file's dead. And that game's really hard, so that would be a fun little thing. But like, I think like I got past the Manted Lords on one of those, and I died to some weird fucking random nothing bug on a run, and it was just like 3 hours in, and I was like, oh, that feels real bad.
Yeah, it was funny because I did a Steel Soul recently, or like last year, I think it was, and like there's the speedrunning ones, and I think I did it in like under, I think it's either 10 hours or 5 hours, whatever like the speedrunning thing is, because I was just like, oh, let me just, because I consume so much media, I'm like, oh, let me just kind of see if I can do the speedrunning tricks I always see, and I'm like, oh, these actually aren't that bad, and yeah, Steel Soul's really fun. I mean, if you save scum, just kind of quit when you're down to 1 health, then it's kind of like,
that's like, come on, just go with it.
But once you learn the boss attack patterns, it's definitely an easier game.
Oh, so. Yeah. I think that's what makes a Steel Soul run an ideal thing, is that the boss patterns in that game aren't too terrible until you get to some of like the way later stuff and then like the DLC things where things get way more hectic and mean. But like in terms of like the normal game and like the mainline path through the game, I think it's very doable.
Yeah, it's Yeah, the late stage. It's funny because like the late stage bosses are harder,
Mhm.
and like some of the attacks are just insane. And then you get to like the pantheons, and then they just have harder versions of the bosses you already thought were really really hard.
Oh!
And then it's just like the first time I fought some of those bosses, I'm just like, please kill me. Like not actually kill me. Like I don't actually want you to kill me, but
like,
because
how
you're
would
trying
any
to-
human be able to accomplish anything you're asking of them here?
Yeah, it's God. But I got as the it's a bad mantra or whatever, get good. But I actually got good.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So-
watched you. Like I didn't literally watch you, but I saw your progress over the course because you tweeted about it a lot, and I kind of like watched
yeah,
you.
yeah.
And we follow
That
each other on Steam, so I watched your achievements as you were,
Yeah, that's
doing more of that. So yeah, Hollow Knight is fucking amazing, though. Like it is. I've said it a million times. Like that is the game that basically dropped the mic on those kinds of games for me for a while. Like I couldn't play other ones because it was just like I'm comparing everything to Hollow Knight. Like I just love that game way too much. And it was only like as recent as last year where I was able to kind of get over that and be like, okay, I can actually enjoy these again and not without having to compare everything.
like Dread.
Yeah, oh, well, yeah, there you go. Like Dread. Now everything's going to get compared to Metroid Dread because Metroid Dread is fantastic.
It is. Yes, it is.
All right, Jessica, what you been doing?
Hey.
Hey.
Well, so I've been playing a lot of SNK games.
Uh-oh. I mean that like those are big brain games for fighting people.
Yeah, just last week I just felt like popping in SNK Arcade Classics Volume 1 and played The Art of Fighting.
Ooh. Yep.
And like it's weird because like it's like story focused. You only get like 2 characters to play as.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I don't think a lot of people go into Art of Fighting knowing what that game is, but it's definitely more of a story. It's a story game.
It even has like voice acting.
Yeah.
And it's weird seeing like this weird early version of Yuri that doesn't fight.
Mm-hmm.
And then like after I did that, Sony was like, "Hey, we're gonna put a bunch of SNK stuff on sale."
Oh,
so
damn! Don't you love it when like your hyperfixation like lines up with like a fucking sale that just starts to happen?
Yep, so here's the Last Blade 2, here's a Fatal Fury collection, here's a Samurai Showdown collection, and here's the rest of the Art of Fighting games.
Wow.
And so, just today, I finished playing all 3 characters on Fatal Fury 1.
Hold on.
And I do not like Geese Howard. Have you played Fatal Fury?
Sorry, I had to take care of some business in the chat. Yes, I've played Fatal Fury. Those games, like when you play them at first and you're coming off of like other fighting games, definitely like those games because it's that fucking jump into the background shit. The way that like the plane changing shit.
Yeah, the lane system.
Yeah, the lane system is so fucking weird.
Yeah, but and like the first game is just punch, kick, and grab.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like, man, like this game was like 91, but it looks pretty good. Like it looks better than Street Fighter 2 in a lot of respects.
Well, like SNK, I've always felt that as like at least for a while. Like I think that like Capcom obviously like owned that shit at like post like Street Fighter Alpha and stuff, but like I think that SNK's earlier games and the games that they were directly competing with Street Fighter 2, I think SNK's games looked way better.
Yeah. The thing is, because like I've also like dipped my toe into like the real bout Fatal Fury games.
Yeah, those are fun.
And like after playing that, and after playing like the Art of Fighting with like these huge ass sprites that are like very detailed, when I look at like the King of Fighters, it just it doesn't hold up.
Yeah, like
and
King of Fighters is kind of King of Fighters is meant to be a flagship kind of thing. Like that's them bringing out everything. Like that. Like, those games, like it's gonna be hard to find anything to compete with those, really.
Well, that and like there's so many characters that
Yeah.
like you can't. I mean, hell, like for 13, like it took them like 6 months a character.
Yeah, and I love King of Fighters 13. I think that game's really good. That's the last one I played, by the way. I've not played anything beyond
Yeah,
King of Fighters 13.
I looked at the 3D models. I still remember the memes of the
Yeah.
3D Andy Bogard model, like flawlessly blending into the cover art of Tekken 2.
Yeah, it was a little unfortunate.
In fact, I'm pretty sure when you try to look up the Tekken 2 box art, you can easily just find that edit.
Yeah, you will like. There's a good chance that you will run into that edit and probably not even realize it.
It's so funny. It's still funny.
Yep.
Andy has very stubby legs, and he was very hard to play as in Fatal Fury 1.
Oh god.
Also, like, dude, just get with Mai. Come on.
Yeah,
Like that.
Okay, you've been indulging in a lot of SNK. What is the optimum number of types of jumps per game?
Well, you know, you need your short, your regular jump, your long jumps, and your hops.
There's like 5 different types of jumps in fucking SNK fighting games, and I love it. It's the silliest bullshit.
Oh, and don't forget the system where you'll gain meter between rounds if your character likes the team that they're on.
Oh god, yeah. That's fun, stupid shit. Like, and then that forces a certain kind of meta to where it's just like, oh, like, and I think that's a shitty idea, by the way, because it forces you, like, it forces matchups and it forces certain teams because sometimes you obviously want meter advantage. So like, why aren't you going to try to get meter advantage?
Oh, this genre had a bunch of stupid ideas in its infancy.
Yeah.
Like for Street Fighter 1, the director was like, "Yeah, I want the special moves to not come out every time because I want them to feel more special."
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
And then he made Fatal Fury 1.
Yeah. Imagine that. Imagine a game it's almost a precursor to gacha in a way where it's just like, hey, imagine if you do the motions for a move, but you've got like a 5% chance of it working.
Have you ever played, I really want to play the version of Street Fighter 1 where instead of the 6 buttons, it's the power pads where you, how hard you hit it is, whether or not you do, light.
Whether you do the light, medium, or fierce. Yeah, that's so dumb. And, they were working with what they had at the time. This was all uncharted territory. So they kind of had to just, you just gotta try shit and see what sticks.
Oh yeah, before that, you had karate and ER kung fu.
Yeah, I think ER kung fu's okay. Karate Champ by Data East, it's all right. But yeah, those games are obviously like Street Fighter 1 was obviously a big revelation at the time. And when you get to Street Fighter 2 and what that would become and do for the genre is obviously just whoa.
Although, looking at all these games, SNK, they were, pushing the quality of their sprites and, putting more and more out. Yeah. And Capcom was just here's Street Fighter 2 again.
I grew up in that period, and, I remember gaming magazines, the big joke was that, Capcom's just, they're just too dumb to count to 3. They just don't know how to do it. That's why they've not done a Street Fighter 3. I remember, being around arcade owners at the time too, of just them just being they got us wanting to buy another fucking Street Fighter board, and it's just Street Fighter 2 again, and our Street Fighter 2 cabs are just they're getting creamed by the Mortal Kombat 2 and 3 cabs now. So it's just yeah, it was a very weird time, but
no, but we got 4 new characters in this cool little animation of Ryu.
Yeah, it was such an interesting time because prior to that, I'd never seen a game get complete new installments that were just such small incremental upgrades. Like playing Street Fighter 2 and then Street Fighter 2 Turbo to me was just like, okay, it's a little faster and you can play as the bosses, but this is not something that I would like. I'm not going to tell my parents to get me this because this just doesn't feel like that it didn't feel as substantial to me.
Oh god, like buying all the home versions.
Yeah.
Like $80 a pop for like, oh, here's some new characters.
Yeah, here's like 4 new characters and you can make the game kind of fast and it looks silly. I guess.
I always set it to like 12 stars.
There you go. It's just the stupidest.
You remember
thing.
The commercial for Special Champion Edition on Genesis, where it's like in the toy store, and then like a Blanca hand pops out of the cartridge and then like grabs the Mortal Kombat cartridge next to it and crushes it.
Yeah, very silly. Like I love that shit.
I miss that.
Back when companies had balls to actually shit talk the competition a little bit.
I miss that so much. I mean, yeah, look at Dan Hibiki. Like, he's supposed to be like Ryo and Andy, like, mixed together.
Yeah, it's very funny. It's the silliest bullshit. But
nowadays, it's like, we might collab with them.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. It's just like that. There was something about that period of time in games and growing up that was just like, that's very cute, very fun, very special. I think it was a very cool and special little time.
I miss Crash Bandicoot showing up outside Nintendo headquarters.
Those were fun. I love the Crash Bandicoot commercials. They're just absolutely hilarious every time.
Yeah, I love they brought that guy back to do like the new commercials.
Yeah, to do commercials for the collection in Crash 4, I think.
We're not getting any more of that.
Nope, that's done. Jesus, man. Like, yeah, then those games were like big successes too. Like critical.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah,
they made up for like Call of Duty lacking in sales, like the Crash 4 and the Pro Skater remakes. Yeah. And so Activision's response to that was, we're going to lay most of you off and just turn you into Call of Duty Warzone asset factories.
Yeah, it's so just like, how do you go from like a company with that much creativity and them reviving this dead fucking franchise and doing so both critical and, you know, like financial acclaim, and just poof, nah, we're done. Nah, you done did that. Go make Call of Duty.
Crash 4 is really good.
I've not played 4. I've dinkled around a little bit with the 1 through 3 collection, and it felt really good. So,
man, they rebought the rights for Tony Hawk to play that one game.
That one game I've heard is pretty good. Like, even I own that game. Like, I own the Tony Hawk.
It's really good.
I own the 1 and 2 collection myself, so I'm eager to jump into that at some point.
Yeah, I mean, they even got, like, most of the music that you want.
Most of the music, yeah. So long as they have Blood Brothers by Papa Roach in there, I'm okay. That's the song that
that's the one you need.
I remember that one the most because I played Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 the most, and like everybody loads up, and I think that's always the first song that plays when you drop in to the airport the first time. So yeah, I just always remember, like, that's the song I remember the most from that game.
Tony Hawk had like the best guest characters out of any game.
Oh yeah. I mean, except when you start getting the ones where it's just like, oh, here's people from Jackass and Bam Margera. It's dumb.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like it when like Tony Hawk turned into a bad episode of Jackass.
But yeah, like, I mean, in Underground 2 you can play as Shrek.
Yeah, like that stuff was stupid fun, and like somebody mentioned earlier that like Spiderman is in fucking Tony Hawk 2, and it's great, and he's got his own specials and shit.
Oh yeah, like I think they all do. I know Jango Fett has stuff with like his jetpack.
Yeah. I remember the one I remember with Spider-Man is he would do like the Superman, but he would like throw the board out and pull it back with his web. Like, it's really cool shit. It's almost like Activision is terrible and poisons all it touches. Yeah, almost.
Remember Pro Skater 5?
I'd rather not.
I don't even think you can play that anymore because the
No,
servers are down.
they killed the servers for that. I think like not even a year after it was out. It did so remarkably awful, but it was just such a shit game.
Also, like the disc only has like the create a part.
Yeah.
Like the entire game was on a patch.
Yeah,
So
you
that
had to-
game's just going to become lost.
Yeah, I mean, considering who released it, are you surprised?
No.
Yeah. So,
Can they just sell Crash, please?
they won't. That's an asset at this point. So you hold on.
Well,
to
I
those.
don't know. Friggin' Microsoft owns them now, I guess. So maybe they'll do something.
Yeah, like I could see Microsoft like putting a team on a Crash game because I think that they know that those Crash games did well enough, and I think that they would want to capitalize on that because I don't think that Microsoft has that kind of variety in their catalog, and you want and need things like that.
I mean, they're not going to do anything with their Rare titles.
Oh fuck no!
They did pretty well with Minecraft, so you know.
That's a good point. Well, I mean, Minecraft is just like that's a fucking no-brainer, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Metsy. Do you know they have Minecraft Lego waffles now?
What?
Minecraft Eggo waffles.
What do they look like?
They look like waffles would look like in Minecraft.
That's
But they're not in. What's
you broke
my
Metsy.
brain? Yeah, my brain doesn't understand.
Just look them up.
I just took him type Minecraft waffles Eggo. It didn't come up. So.
I
Oh
saw
wait,
him
it does
at
come
the-
up.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, it's okay. So for reference, it's Polly. It's a octagon with like 12 dots, like squares in the middle, and that's it. And it looks blocky as hell.
Oh, that's fucking weird.
And it's just I got a video I'll post in the.
Yeah, I'm looking now. It's fucking bizarre.
It makes no sense.
That is. I mean, I think I think it's cool, but it's just fucking bizarre.
And I saw those right across from the Halo Infinite Hot Pockets.
I think I would go with the waffles in this case, I think.
Oh my god. What is going on with this world?
How do we feel about
Oh,
Hot
and
Pockets?
don't forget your Crash Bandicoot and Sonic the Hedgehog G Fuel.
Literally every segment tonight, food has come up. We're on food again! We can't escape it!
It's 10:30 at night. I'm hungry, you know, it's a certain number of hours after dinner. I mean, I didn't bring up the food.
Go get some
I'm
Minecraft
sorry.
waffles. You need some Minecraft waffles to solve them hungies. How's it going, Zuki?
Oh my god.
Wait,
Look, I
wait.
sent you
Zuki
more
says
room
that
pies,
the waffle.
so
Wait.
you should be good to go.
Zuki says
Oh,
that the waffles are just normal. It's just the box art.
Wait, really?
Are you kidding me?
What a ripoff.
That's what Zuki said. Did Zuki buy the Minecraft waffles? Is that how Zuki knows? Okay, here's a Twitter image. Here we go.
Oh,
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Well, that's a fucking ripoff. That's garbage. That's literally garbage.
Imagine being a kid and seeing those and like being all excited, and then they're just regular ass waffles.
I would grab these if somebody bought me these waffles and I got excited to eat my Minecraft waffles and they were just normal ass frozen waffles. I'd be beating somebody's head with the fucking frozen waffles.
And we know food is not 8-bit, but it'd be fun if it was.
It would be. It would be. We need more. We have no 8-bit food. Like, yeah, there you go. Imagine being the parent of the screaming, disappointed child. If you would be in a volcanic fury.
Yeah.
I mean, they can make waffles shaped like Spiderman. They can't make Minecraft waffles.
You're telling me they couldn't do something with the way that we can fucking print shit these days? You're telling me you could not make that? You couldn't make a fucking waffle look like pixel art? The fuck out of here! Who makes Eggo waffles? Eggo, probably.
Well, I thought it was Hot Pocket made them.
There you go. I made myself look like an idiot. That's okay. Who makes Eggo waffles? Eggo.
Waffle printer.
Waffle printer.
Good.
We need a fucking waffle printer.
Brilliant idea.
Somebody needs to go Somebody needs to go to Kellogg HQ and be like, bitch, this is not what you put in the least amount of effort to make the most enjoyable food that a Minecraft fan could want. I'm pissed for Minecraft fans. I don't care. I don't give a single fuck about Minecraft, but I'm very mad.
Yeah, it's weird. Well, we know what we need to do. We need to do a 3D printer to 3D print the waffle printer.
We'll get, there you go. We're gonna craft
Brilliant.
our own 3D printer that only prints waffles, and we will be the heroes that make the 8-bit waffles that the world craves. Jessica, Metsy, thank you both for coming on.
Yeah.
And being part of this wonderful cavalcade of awesomeness that it has been everything that we're doing.
I'm sorry
tonight.
I made you hungry again.
I think that's just like, I mean, whoever's on next are just fucking obligated to talk about food at this point, aren't they?
Yeah, it's the rules. It's the rules.
Yeah, you come on, be prepared. Tell me about what you want to eat. All right, do either of you have anything you'd like to say before we part for the evening?
Metsy, you go first.
I don't have anything, but go Mets, baby. Love the Mets.
Love the Mets, baby!
All right, Polly?
Yes.
Hey, Polly, guess what?
You're not doing it again, bitch. Check it out. Check it out. Bitch.
See you later. Bye.
All right.
Fine.
I
just jumped in.
Hey, I got one more slot open if somebody wants to hop in. I've got with me here, I got a John with me.
That's me.
Hey, that is you. You were all, I'm busy with family. They're way more important than my very cool friend Polly. I can't believe that you would put your dumb, stupid family over me.
Only for a couple hours. It all worked out.
I feel that that's very inconsiderate of you.
You'd be right, but I'm a pretty inconsiderate person.
You are. I mean, you literally tried to kill half of Mexico one time. So
it's such a complicated in joke.
I know, but it's funny.
It's good.
Yeah.
It is funny.
Well, that's how we roll around here, right?
Am I coming through? Am I coming through clearly? I'm on my phone.
I can't hear you at all.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
That's okay. That's okay. But we got another slot in the Stream channel. If anybody would like to join us to do some yapperizing. I don't know how many more segments I'm doing tonight, so this could be your last chance. I don't know, because we're just gonna go until I'm either out of people that want to talk or I'm done talking.
Out of juice.
Out of juice. I still got plenty. I got a lot of stream juice on me.
Good.
Actually, no. Hey, wait. I think I'm actually. I'm very low on stream juice, but that also means my bladder is very full of stream juice. So, John.
Oh, there you go.
I tell you what.
Yeah.
We're gonna put a pause on things here for like 2 minutes.
Well, now who's being inconsiderate?
Me. But I'm the one who's running the show right now. So
you're more allowed.
I'm way more allowed to be the inconsiderate jackass. So. If you want to come on and be on, the channel will still be open, but we're going to take like a 2-minute break, and I'll be right back.
Eh?
Bruh.
Perfect.
Blah, 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 blah.
Bruh.
Blah,
Exquisite
blah.
blahs all
Blah,
around.
blah, blah, blah. Wah, 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 wah. Wah.
Oh, there we go. I had the Twitch chat going too. The Twitch going too, so I was getting
Oh, you were getting
echo.
double.
I was getting double echoed. Waz.
All right. Who be hanging? Who we got?
Hi, Zim.
Oh, we got Zim.
Hey!
Hi, Zim. How you doing, friend?
Okay.
What are you buying?
What are you buying?
Oh, that was a good one. I
What
got
are you
chills.
selling? Welcome. I should have been a voice actor.
You're obviously killing it. So.
Yeah.
All right, we got John and we got Zim. So who wants to talk about something super exciting and fresh first?
Zim.
John. I was going to say John.
All right, John.
Both
What
a
are
little
you
shy.
selling?
Not enough cash.
Not enough cash, stranger.
Got some rare things on sale, stranger.
Can that just be like the segment? Is we just talk like the Resident Evil 4 merchant?
God, there's so many. I just looked at all the quotes and I just am so.
I can hear them.
I have so much.
Yeah, it's such a.
I'll buy it
at a high price. I can remember the exact intonations too.
I know. It's so uncanny.
Yeah, it just sticks to your brain like fucking candy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God, that's good. God, Resident Evil 4 is good. Or we played last year. It's really fucking good.
Goddamn love Resident Evil 4.
Yep, it's just really, 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 really good.
Have you ever played the Wii version with the motion controls?
That was the one I played first. I went back and played a gamepad version last year.
The Wii version, that shit feels so good.
Yeah, it did feel real good.
Did you play it, Zim?
Yeah, I've played it. I've never finished it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I played the GameCube and the Wii version.
Oh yeah.
That last rival fight near the end.
God.
So good.
Yeah,
so good.
That game's just like moment after moment after moment though. Like it's just like there's so many great moments in that game. It's just like it's God. Yeah.
I fucking love Capcom. I had this moment of like discovering Resident Evil and discovering Devil May Cry, both as an adult, despite loving like Mega Man my whole life.
I got
and just being like, oh shit.
Can I hit this request from Poncho? He wants it. I'll give it to him. I'll buy that for $1, stranger. There you go.
Good. Very good.
I saw that line. I was like, wait. I just saw RoboCop just a couple days ago. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, that's a good one to rewatch.
Fucking RoboCop 1 is amazing.
I should revisit that one too. Fuck. I should revisit that one too. Fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been gun vaulting constantly, so I've been like thinking about how much I fucking love Capcom and like Capcom adjacent properties.
Yeah.
Especially like that period. Just like the Zeros.
Gunvolt 1. I remember playing that when it came out, and I liked it, but I didn't love it. But I think a lot of that was just because, like I had mentioned on Twitter, when I played it, there was text covering like a third of the screen.
That's so funny.
With just dumb dialogue that was really pointless and repetitive. You know
and they just took all that out. It feels real good.
Like the sequelitis
and
video.
Strangers are adding us on Twitter saying that's the bad version because they cut out the dialogue.
They cut out nothing of import. Nothing of import whatsoever.
You're playing the janky shitty version.
Nah.
I'm so sorry.
Nah.
Gunvolt Twitter has not made a positive impression on me in my nascent fandom days.
I was unaware that there was a Gunvolt Twitter, and now I'm.
They name search apparently.
Oh.
Well.
I remember bullying
Gunvolt's
somebody into
fucking
finishing Mighty Number 9. I bullied Jessica into finishing Mighty Number 9. I remember that.
very funny. How did that happen?
God, I don't remember the specifics, but then again, I don't know if you caught it, but like the whole duck thing, we apparently just figured out goes back for 4 years. So we've known each other a long time. So some stuff gets just kind of lost in the some stuff just gets lost in the fucking sauce.
Yep, it happens. Gunvolt's so fucking good.
Jesstorm thought he was the only Gunvolt fan, which I mean, that's understandable.
You were until. Go ahead, Polly.
I mean, it's understandable because it's just not a series I hear anybody talk about. And like I told you, like, it's not that I came away from that first game not wanting to play 2 and not wanting to play the X game and anything like that. Mm-hmm. It's nothing like that. It's more just like I just never found the right mood, and I want to go into those with the right mood. Not like
absolutely.
Just thinking of, like, this week, I'm probably going to give this new Steam version a look, because I was just like, I just finished Xenoblade and I don't want to jump into anything super long and overcommitted. So yeah,
it's really funny. I literally booted up like, this will be something I can crank out in like 2 to 3 hours,
which
I want, and I've just been playing it for 2 hours.
Weeks. You've been playing it for 2 weeks.
Like, okay, I can stop whenever I want. Oh no, I keep playing this.
It's just like
this is so good.
It's the Dorito bag problem. I can't stop.
I sit down for it's like one sitting, and I can learn an S rank for a level. It's like I take an hour and I can do an S rank on one of the levels, and that's just such a great high. And I've just been doing that like one level at a time, and it just feels so good.
Yep, that's the good shit.
It's the good shit. I fucking love it. It took me like an hour and a half to figure out what it was doing, because at first I was like, why am I shooting things to mark them to deal damage and then pressing a separate button to deal damage?
It's a weird mechanic at first, isn't it?
So it's a really weird mechanic, and then they totally make it make sense by the end.
It's something that just felt completely weird and foreign to me the first time I started, but just like, give it a couple stages, and suddenly it's just like, oh no, I get why this feels the way it does now. It's really cool, actually.
Yeah, there's a bunch of RPG stuff too, so at first I was just like, you're throwing a lot of numbers at me, you're throwing a lot of mechanics at me, I don't really know what you're doing, and then I just kind of found a groove with it and was like, oh wait, this rules.
Yeah. I'm really excited to give that game a look again.
I still haven't played the true end. There's a whole extra stage I haven't played yet.
That's crazy to me that you've not actually done that yet, and you've been playing this game for 2 fucking weeks.
Well, that's the thing, is like when I'm trying to learn a 1cc or something, it kind of can suck the wind out of my sails a little bit when I play through the end of the game. Mm-hmm. Like if I can like slow down that process of like seeing all the levels, I like to do that. And I did play through basically the whole thing really quickly, but once I found out there was a true end and I knew I wanted to S rank the levels, I was like, well, I'll just S rank the levels before I do the true ending.
That makes sense.
So now it's like I have like a story thing to look forward to at the end of all the S ranking. It makes it that much more exciting.
That's cool. Hey, your family, you said your family's in town, right?
Yeah, I had a great time.
So something you told me you were going to do is that you were going to show them Project A-ko. Did that ever end up happening?
Oh, I'm bringing the Blu-ray with me when I'm going down next week.
Okay.
For my mom's wedding.
Yeah, and, I wasn't sure. I just remember you mentioning that, and I was like, I want to know how that went, because
we just had like 2 big family things that just happened to line up for like right next to each other.
Okay, cool.
So they're in Chicago, and I'm going to be in Florida next week.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm bringing Project A-ko.
Yeah, that movie's great.
I'm excited. That's one where Cecile's coming, so I'm going to drag as much family into it as I can.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds like a threat. I'm going to drag as much family into it as I can.
I've put some weird movies in front of them every time I go down, so this won't be that much stranger.
John, it's got titties in the first 2 minutes. I'm just warning you. I'm just letting you know. There's a couple titties there, and there's a couple titties like probably 20 minutes in.
Oh well. We are not a particularly prudish family.
You're a titty positive family.
We are a very titty positive family.
All right, good. Especially your dad, I hear.
Oh my God. All of us,
yeah. Just a real family of titty appreciators.
Absolutely.
You might even say you're the breast at it.
Ha! Dumb. So yeah, I'm very excited for that. I'm hoping I have like 3 days to finish Gunvolt if I want to do it before the trip.
Yeah.
but I've got like almost all but the fortress stages down, and I just learned the final. Yesterday I had like 45 minutes, so I was like, I'm gonna learn the final boss, the final boss of the normal ending, and then I did, and it felt great. Just like all these little bite-sized challenges to sit down with, and oh god, the bosses are so goddamn juicy. They're such fun.
Oh, the bosses are amazing.
Patterns.
Yeah, there's good fucking patterns. Just real good, like read it and then learn it patterns.
Makes you wanna pick up hardcore again soon, because that's my next Contra. I've done the first 4, so now hardcore is next on the queue.
Contra Hardcore is very, 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 very pattern based. So if you were into those like very static kind of patterns,
for sure,
yeah, Hardcore is going to treat you real good.
I learned it enough to see the credits on one of the routes. I haven't done like proper going credit clears yet, but I'm excited.
Right. Yeah,
I just want to learn every level. I just want to get that game.
Best way to digest that game. Just do it all. Learn it all.
Yep, that's the plan. Just spend like 2 or 3 weeks with it.
Yeah.
Contra's so good.
Contra's amazing. More people should love and appreciate Contra.
It doesn't have the same like it doesn't get the same respect that like Mega Man and Castlevania.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
No. I think that people just kind of look at Contra as the most impossible game ever made, and like that kind of pervades any actual discussion about what makes a good Contra game and the design and the design philosophy that goes into what makes a good Contra game. You can't have that discussion because people would just rather say too hard, 30 lives. Tell me I'm wrong.
When in reality, they're like, if you just actually compare like the patterns of Contra versus like Mega Man, Contra is much gentler and much nicer.
It actually is, because like Mega Man, you got a health bar and they can afford to just do a lot of dumb random jank shit.
A lot, especially NES Mega Man, a lot of it's like actually bullshit.
Yeah.
Whereas like Contra is like really tight.
Yeah, Contra is very well thought out, and meticulous. Super C as well. Like a good Contra game is put together very meticulously.
It is built to be one-lifed.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yep.
Is Mega Man a Euro shmup?
I think there's a little Euro shmup in Mega Man design. I don't think that it's wrong to say that. I don't think it's wrong to say that at all. God damn, John, that's a fun journey you've been on, though. Like, just a fun, solid dip into a solid action game where it's just like, yeah, that feels real damn good.
It's like, hey, they're ex-Capcom people, so Integrates is ex-Capcom, so it's literally the people who like cut their teeth making all these classic Mega Man X games and probably Mega Man games, and then they're just masters of their craft, killing it still in 2022 as your Gunvolt 3 comes out in 2 months.
Yep.
Like it's just it's wild because like Mega Man was like 1987, 86.
Yeah, real early.
And Mega Man Zero was 2001. Like, Integrates has been carrying the Mega Man torch longer than Capcom did.
Yep.
That's kind of hilarious.
That's pretty wild to me, but considering like, where we're at, I'm okay with it. Yeah. I'm okay with it.
I'm okay. I'm certainly feeling I want to revisit ZX. I think that one I think that's one I only played through the once, and I've seen little bits of it that made me think like, "Oh, I think I would really like this one actually."
Like I remember playing through ZX Advent, and that kind of being my last bit of that for a while, and just being like, don't know if that landed well. But again,
I remember ZX Advent being like, more dickish.
Oh yeah, it's very dickish. Weird. It's a mean fucking game.
ZX I think is like I had very warm feelings coming off of it.
Yeah,
and I want to kind of closely. Somebody pointed out the Metroidvania elements in ZX are kind of, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely,
yeah.
But the action is still good Zero action.
Yeah, cool.
Fucking love it, and they have that cool collection out now. All right, so that's what I've been up to.
All right, Zim, what you been up to? What you want to talk
Nothing much.
Just felt like jumping on with friends.
Absolutely.
That's legit.
That's legit. That's totally a good reason to, come on and hang out. That's why we're here. We enjoy company.
I follow Zim on Backloggery, so I can.
Oh,
I can. That was a quite a good laugh there.
That's how
so I can be like, how's the good life treating you? What is the good life?
The good life. Oh boy, yeah, that. Oh no.
Can blindside you.
Oh my god. I can say this much about it. It has things.
Mm-hmm. It's a sweary game.
Okay, thank you. See, that's a detail.
Yeah.
There's a dog. There's a dog and a kitty cat on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Like this game is isn't this like a life simulator kind of thing?
Yeah,
because that's kind of
basically.
Yeah,
and it's like weird because I think I was literally just fresh off of Rune Factory 4, so like just starting this up, it's like, wait a fucking minute.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, it's not like the exact same game or anything.
No.
But yeah.
But like in comparison to Rune Factory 4, which has come highly praised on many of my streams already, like it sounds like you may have kind of like went from like going to the ball to kind of wallowing in a dumpster.
Yeah. The game hasn't been. Yeah, it hasn't really been received the best,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a reason for that. I know there's. I feel like there's probably defenders. I'm sure I've seen defenders. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What?
I think did you play? Did either of you play the puzzle platformer one he did? The mystery.
I've not. I haven't. The only other swear game I've played before this was D4. Actually.
Oh.
So
you didn't even play Deadly Premonition?
No.
I've still only played The Missing.
Well, I've only played Deadly Premonition, and I didn't play 2. So like, what in particular about this would you say, like if it's analogous to Rune Factory 4, what?
Well, that's. I think that's not. I don't think that's really fair because I don't think like the Good Life really has the same goals as Rune Factory. Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah. Well, I mean, it's a life sim, but it's more. Well, yeah. So a big thing with the Good Life is that you have to keep. You have this so you have to keep track of like your hunger and like your stamina and stuff. Yeah, and you can get sick in this game if you're not careful.
Ooh.
I just posted a good screenshot from the game in the chat, Polly.
Okay, that's really good. I like the art style.
Yes. Yeah, it looks charming. Interesting. Is it like Is it as cute as it looks, or is it like one of these secretly dark things?
It's I mean, there's actually they do. Well, this does have a gruesome murder as a plot point.
Ooh.
Okay,
but it's not. It's not like
a cute murder.
It's not like. It's not really like handled in the way you would think it would be.
Is it like Twin Peaks?
What? Well, I guess it's like Twin Peaks if in terms of like, oh, here's this small little town, with weird shit behind it.
Yeah, that's like Swery's thing, is that like it's always like a little town, but like okay, that's something I do like about a lot of Swery's work is he's very detail oriented when it comes to world building. Like you might play a game like Deadly Premonition and come away with like, haha, this is just kind of very stupid. But you can't deny the amount of like world building that he does and like making this place seem like a conceivably real place. Is that anything that you get in The Good Life?
I mean, NPCs do go on. Well, NPCs definitely do follow a schedule of some kind.
Yeah, that's definitely like a mainstay of his works. It's like you find that in Deadly Premonition, like every single NPC in the game has a schedule that they adhere to throughout like a week-long schedule.
That's wild. That's real cool. It's a little Shenmue, right? Like maybe that's more a closer, at least with Deadly Premonition. Like, is that maybe a closer comparison than like Rune Factory?
Shenmue.
Shenmue might be a better representation.
Gotcha. Yeah. So what about it? Like, do you think is not landing for people? And more specifically, like, what's not landing for you? Like, if it's not a game that's really kind of doing much for you.
See, so like, so like, this is something I'm not even completely sure what it is for me. Okay, so like,
You good?
Yep, we're all good.
I've actually been. I wasn't sure if I'm not even sure if I'm going to keep playing it or not, but I'm going to. I might try and see if I can get through it.
Right.
Cool.
So is there like so it's like most life sims I feel kind of like they feel like they're games that are meant to like go on in perpetuity. So there's like a goal to this game. Like what's the goal?
Yeah, you're basically just supposed. So you're. Oh yeah. So basically. Yeah, there is a main like quest thing, and you got. So what you got to. Yes. Sorry, I'm stumbling here.
You're fine. Don't worry about it. We good.
Let me just. So I think that. So the whole point of this game is that you're playing as this. They're playing as this like photographer who as this named Naomi who. So she's like in heavy debt with this, and she has to pay it off. And so basically she has to like, so she basically ends up going to this like small town in England that's from out of nowhere to pay it off. And like, so she ends up in this town where so like the thing with this town is that there's like a weird thing where for some reason, so during damn it. So like at night, sometimes I'm still trying to figure out. It's like not like at certain nights the townsfolk will either turn into dogs or cats.
Oh, interesting.
It's like Ikaruga.
Okay.
It's gone back and forth.
Yeah, like this sounds like okay. So like, Deadly Premonition also has a thing where like when it rains, residents do something. This sounds very sweary. He's got a thing he likes to do.
Yep, that's funny.
Yeah.
And I assume that like you're there to kind of like figure this out, or just kind of like live amongst that.
I think like, to be honest, I'm not even sure what the plot is supposed to be, other than. Well, I mean, I think there's like you just have this like shit going.
It sounds like it's like just not explaining itself well, or that maybe you've not played it enough to.
I mean, I feel like I've been like I'm not sure how far I am with the main plot, because I've just kind of been doing like. So like the thing with this game is that it's technically an open world. Technically, with like side quests and stuff. And and the thing with this game is that you have this like meteor where you're either like team cat or team dog.
I love that. Team cat or team dog.
Good.
I'm team cat, by the way.
Absolutely. There's no competition.
Valid.
They got better naps. Cat's got better naps, so I'm team cat.
Mm-hmm. I can picture potentially living with a cat again someday if the situations are foisted on me. Dogs are a deal breaker.
But if you had to absolutely turn into something, though, when at night on certain nights, though, it's got to be a cat.
Yeah, I'd rather be a cat. I'd rather be a cat than a dog, as well.
What about you, Zim? Which team are you on?
Let's see. I don't know. Okay.
It's a dumb question. You don't have to stress over it. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's just literally like, what do you want to turn into at night, a cat or a dog? it's a dumbass question. Don't worry about it.
Tom in the chat. I like TX and Advent more than the Castlevanias, and I'm just like, yeah. They don't deserve to be mentioned in the same breath as Intercreates games. Thank you very much. Iga's shit versus Intercreates Mega Man. No, thank you. Ugh. Sorry, Zim. Continue.
Like John Thayer is very angry.
Okay.
No, it's fine. I wasn't actually angry.
No.
Yeah,
of course not. Of course not. John Thayer's not very. That doesn't work very well. Never mind.
Go ahead.
So
I just did a dumb thing. Don't worry about it. So you kind of just like I guess it sounds like you just kind of really don't know what this game's going for yet is the thing.
I kind of know what it's going for. It's just hard to explain.
Yeah, I get you. Well,
anything else kind of on your brain?
Yeah, it's like, there anything else you'd wanna? Anything else you've been doing other than The Good Life? Because I mean, it definitely I think we got the gist for The Good Life, and it's just like it definitely sounds just like it's not 100% hitting yet, but maybe it will if you keep playing? Question mark.
I mean, yeah, it hasn't exactly been. It's just the last month has been kind of weird for me in general.
Yeah, I get that. Like, I think like we can all relate there. Like, I know that everything has messed up my media consumption, the way that I'm perceiving media. Time. Like for me, it's been the weather, and just like sinking pool of depression thanks to the weather. So it definitely kind of affected how I was interacting with media and how I was absorbing it. So I get that. Yeah. Yeah. Totally get that. Well, would either of the two of you like to say anything before we move on to what I think will probably be the final segment tonight?
Sure.
Okay, what you got, John?
Did you catch that?
No, I didn't catch that at all.
I watched K-On!
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. I'm going to remove
you. Oh, yeah,
you
did watch that.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just move John out of this call. And
I'm still.
Save it for the podcast. Save it for the podcast.
All right, I'll save that. I'll just say I've still got it stuck in my craw a little bit. Says it's not. Doesn't seem like a John show. It's like if you watched Love Live. You don't dictate my brand.
I watch. I don't know. I
watch what I want.
It's a good thing we're not doing a podcast for another 2 weeks, because I still need 2 weeks to process how I'm gonna have a fucking conversation about K-On! On my podcast.
It's a John show. Nothing. I contain multitudes. I'm like an onion.
Yes, you layers and layers, and all the layers are just bad taste.
did say an onion.
It is an onion. Like, have you ever bit into a raw onion like a gigantic fucking idiot like me?
Absolutely, I have, Polly. It's very strong.
It's so much. It's a life-altering experience. All right, Zim, anything you'd like to say before we move on to our next set of guests?
No, I think we're good.
All right. Well, thank you both for stopping by. It's always a pleasure having you on. So thank you for giving me some of your time tonight. Y'all are absolutely the best. Wait a minute. Food. We didn't talk about food during your segment. Shit.
I just had a really delicious salmon dinner at a nice Italian restaurant.
Nice. Zim, what'd you have for dinner?
Hot dogs.
Ooh.
That's not.
Nothing special, just like, hey, here's some damn hot dogs.
Sometimes you just want a hot dog.
Yeah,
God, I could kill for a hot dog. Yeah. I haven't had a good hot dog in ages.
Mm-hmm. I'm here for hot dogs. Well, all right. Well, you both have been wonderful guests as always, so thank you for stopping by and again for giving me some of your time. And I shall talk.
This is really nice.
I shall see the two of you on Twitter or in the chat or wherever else you want to see me.
Hell yeah. It was really nice, especially after a week of family socializing, just kind of like falling back into.
Hopefully it was a positive little experience for you.
It was really nice.
All right.
Love you all the bits.
Have a nice evening, y'all.
Will do. Ciao.
Bye.
All right. I think I'm going to do one more set of two people. So if you want to hop on in here, you want to talk to your favorite plushie pal, it's going to be your last chance to do so tonight. So we got two more slots, and if nobody wants to occupy those slots, then we'll just call it a night. I'm okay with doing that as well. Because it's a little after 11. We've been going for 3 whole hours. Can you believe that? Oh, I did say that we were going to do all the talking, and I think that we've done so much talking. We managed to fit in so many guests here tonight. I honestly think it's kind of wild. I did not think that we would have that many showing up on a Sunday night, but here we are, having talked to so many wonderful people. So, give this over here. All right. So, all right. Time flies when you're having fun. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Time does fly when you're having fun. All right. So I guess that's probably going to do it then. Usually when these slots are going to fill up, it looks like, they tend to fill up immediately. So I'm going to take that as a sign that it's time for us to go ahead and ship on out for the night. So want to take a moment and, of course, thank everybody for coming out tonight. It's been absolutely wonderful. It's always nice to get together and talk to people that want to hang out, chill for a bit, talk about whatever dumb bullshit pops up. Mostly food. Appreciate every single one of you for coming out. Don't know what we're going to be streaming next. Don't know when it's going to be, but obviously, just keep an eye on the old Twitter box and you can find me there. But thanks for spending your Sunday evening with me. Whether you were on call or whether you decided to just hang out and chat and chill, whether you was lurking, whatever it was. Always appreciate you coming out. So let's throw the host on over to boy, there's a lot. I don't know. Not a lot going on tonight, is there? Not a lot going on. Well, I was watching Dot Level prior to my stream tonight, and it looks like she's still in the middle of a Mario Moron-thon. Why did I say it like that? I don't know why I said a Mario Moron-thon. That's a dumb thing to say. That's not even it. She's doing a Mario video games. So, what was the command again? That's the command. There we go. All right. We're going to raid Dot Level. So thanks again, everybody, for coming out. I don't have a raid message, but just, hey, give Dot a follow. She plays fun games. All that fun stuff. I'll check you folks next time. Thanks for stopping by.